ice in my palm like a trophy. Gold on my wrist, that's the old me. New year, new flight, same nosebleed. Still from the mud, but I rose clean. Big body dreams in a compact lot. Turn side hustles to a stock buy box. Mama in the front row, tears on lock. Prayed all decade for this one pop on the quiet storm in a silk suit, baby. Pressure in my chest, turn the dark salt wavy. Time tick tick, but I'm
bottle pop, truth drop, welcome to the show. Champagne secrets, let your power grow. Every video, spark, ignite your inner light. Raise a glass to the future, shining bright. Empowerment is the code, we decode. Unravel mysteries, life's own secret load. Step by step, tap in, find your flow. With champagne secrets, you're gonna glow.
Unlock the strength within you, watch it bloom. Life's a canvas, painted every room. Through ups and downs, cheers to what's next. Champagne secrets, life's complex. To the show, champagne secrets, let your power grow. Every video, spark, ignite your inner light. Raise a glass to the future, shining bright. Empowerment is the code, we decode. Unravel mysteries, life's own secret load. Step by step, tap in, find your flow. With champagne secrets, you're gonna glow. Unlock the strength within you, watch it bloom. Life's a canvas, painted every room. Through ups and downs, cheers to what's next. Champagne secrets, life's complex.
Second and let's talk. Yo, DJ, roll that beautiful champagne footage.
Confidants? What is your profession? What is your profession? Nothing but soldiers and empowerment over here.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
New year, pour that hope up. Bubbles in my blood when we toast up. New me, same roots, watch me glow up. Whole room screaming when we go up. Champagne New Year, let it rain like drip from the ceiling to the daylight. Say my name, say it, make it feel right. This our time, this our highlight.
I'm the midnight sun in a blackout. Lit the whole block when I cashed out. Turn pain to confetti when I step out. Every scar on my skin is a map route. Shorty on my side like a seatbelt hold. Voice like smoke and
Give me one moment to adjust our volume.
got curves like questions. I get lost in the cause. She whisper, baby, don't rush this climb.
Testing 1, 2.
Love like crazy, we could never decline. Seal it with a sip and a baseline grind.
You know I ride when the clock can spin. I'll be your calm when the chaos set in. One more year, one more sin, and we wash it all off when the countdown begins.
Testing 1, 2. Why am I so? Oh, wait a minute.
New me, same roots, watch me glow up. Whole room screaming when we go up.
Testing 1, 2. Yeah, I don't know why my. Do me a favor. Put a 1 on the chat if I sound fine. Put a 2 in the chat if I'm low. 1 in the chat if I sound fine. 2 in the chat if I'm low. 1 in the chat if I'm fine. 2 in the chat if I'm low. Y'all know I'm a little medicated and I become a song composer. And, I start creating stuff. Big up, Empress. Okay. 1. Alright. Progressive gave me a 1. So I'ma assume we alright. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna check on my TV. That's how we gonna do that. Hold on. That still sound a little low to me. Hold on.
Glass in my palm like a trophy. Gold on my wrist, that's the hold me. New year, new flight, same nosebleed. Still from the mud, but I rose clean. Big body dreams in a compact lot. Turn side hustles to a stock by box. Mama in the front row, tears on lock. Prayed all decade for this one pop on the quiet storm in the silk suit, baby. Pressure in my chest, turning up salt wavy. Time tick tick, but
figure out how to move and maneuver around it. Right.
Champagne New Year, pour that hope up. Bubbles in my blood when we toast up.
But it sounds low to me. It sounds good to you. I don't sound too low. I want to make sure I don't sound too low. Because if I play videos, I still want y'all to be able to hear me. So do y'all feel like y'all will still be able to hear me over a video? Or I still need to turn it up some?
Lit the whole block when I cashed out. Turn pain to confetti when I step out. Every scar on my skin is a map route. Shorty on my side like a seatbelt hoe. Voice like smoke and her heartbeat go. She went slow motion, whole world on pause. Got curves like questions, I get lost in the cause. She whisper, baby, don't rush this climb. We gon' stack calendars, not just one time. Love like credit, we could never decline.
Y'all listen, it's a lot going on. I've been trying to go live with y'all forever. But the Midwest decided it wants to be in the middle of Frosty the Snowman right now. Yeah, and today my grandson decides he has a basketball game. So we thought everything was going to be good come out of the basketball game. And we're wading through snow. I'm slipping, sliding, trying not to fall. Because we in social media era and I'm not trying to get caught up on nobody's Insta of the gram, nobody's tick or tie or book from the face. Nowhere. So now I'm tiptoeing through snow, trying to make sure my grandson is straight, and we going through parking lots while cars is trying to move out the park. Too much. Turn it down a little bit out. Now it's too loud. Okay.
Bubble bunny time when the clock drop low.
Turn it
Body
down.
to the rhythm,
Turn
make the
it
bad
down.
things go. Shift
Is
liquid joy,
that
let the
good?
vibe
Give
mine
me a
on. We
one.
rise up slow, but we still
Boy,
let
turn
slow.
it down
Boom.
some more.
Champagne New Year, pour
Take
that
your
hope up.
music down.
Bubbles
Okay.
in my blood when we toast up.
Hold on.
New me, same roots, watch me glow up. Whole room screaming when we
I
go
can't
up.
hear it the way y'all can. Alright. Okay, what's going on? Father, like you said, you can't hear me. Okay, Father Lock, you can't hear me? Can y'all hear me good? Give me a 1 if you can hear me. Give me a 1. Give me a uno, uno, uno. I can't hear it the way y'all can hear it.
Gold on my wrist, that's the hold me. New year, new flight, same nosebleed. Still from the mud, but I rose.
Now I can hear you. Father Lock can hear me. So we got good on can hear me. We got a 1 on can hear me. We doing good. How's the music going? How's the music? How is the music? Is the music good? Do we need to go up or down? Up or down on the music? Up, up, down, down. Up, or down, down. Or we good? Are we good? Music GD? GD is GD on phone them nieces. All right, y'all. Let's get into these Joker Wild so we can get ready to get into this show. Y'all ready to get into it? Let's get into it. So, y'all, I was on Instagram and I ran across this, and y'all, it seems like to me more and more that it seems the children are becoming the heroes in stories where the adult probably should be. More and more, we see our children jumping in dangerous situations on behalf of the parents. Now, I watched a body cam, and we're gonna get into it, right? Not tonight because we got some other stuff to get into, but they finally released the body cam of the little girl who the mom told her to take the sticky icky icky and pow wow ow wow. The other lady who was unalive, they released the body cam. This would be the opposite of that because this 8-year old jumped in front to save a parent. So I want y'all to check this out. Hold on a second. So it says, it's been a nightmare. Mother, 8-year-old girl. Hold on one second. Let me make sure. Can y'all hear these old people talking? Because I can't hear it if y'all can.
Parties involved.
Okay, I got it turned down good. Alright, so the Quancy DeLacy 30 faces several serious charges in connection with the attack, including attempted unaliving and aggravated child abuse. So the 8-year-old was injured in the attack that took place in Fort Lauderdale. The mom says it's been a nightmare. So, what happened? An investigation is underway after police said a man tried to stick a woman whose 8-year-old daughter was also injured in an attack in Fort Lauderdale. Tracy Lennon said he was out of town celebrating his birthday when his daughter Precious and his granddaughter Aubrey were attacked. It's been a nightmare. They didn't want to tell me until I got home, he said. We were on a cruise and we just got back today. We didn't know any of this was happening until we got home. When he returned, both his daughter and granddaughter were in the hospital. Lennon said it all started when his daughter and her husband got into a physical fight outside of their home. Precious was knocked unconscious, he said, and when her husband threatened to stab her, her 8-year-old daughter stepped in to help. He was coming down with the sticky and the baby snatched it. She cut open her hand, I'm pretty for sure, down to the bone. She saved her, Lennon said. Wow. As much as we hear all the negativity about these children, bravo to this baby for stepping in to help her mom when the mom was being attacked by the dad, allegedly. He was coming down with the sticky, and the baby snatched it. She cut open her hand down to the bone. She saved her. The Broward County office arrested 30-year-old Daquan DeLacy. You know what color he is. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. Under the jail, the door. Under the jail. At this point, why I don't understand the necessity of court. See, I think some of y'all have not watched this movie, which is a favorite of mine. It's a favorite. It's called The Count of Monte Cristo. It is. And in The Count of Monte Cristo, there's this prison. And this prison, what is it called? The Chateau Reef? Anywho, they throw the people in this prison who are a disgrace to society. So there is no due process, no any of that. It's just you did too much, you're done, you're going in the prison. Yeah, at this point, we need a Chateau Reef, whatever the name of the prison was, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of stories like this. I'm sick of it. Now we got a baby who has to heal from a cut, not only physically, but also emotionally, because she had to stand in the middle of her mom, who was down, and her dad, who was the aggressor, and she had to be the hero as a child. And we keep wondering why our kids act so grown, because they keep ending up in so grown situations. I think he should have had several more charges than just anything related to just aggravated child abuse. Whatever you can attach to this and enhance it with, do it. We are tired of this broken system letting these irreversibly broken individuals back out of prison and jail to keep doing this over and over and over again until it finally happens and you can't go back. You can't fix it. We tried to make him a part of the family, Lennon said. Sometimes it ends up being something you wish you never did. Precious and Aubrey were taken to nearby hospitals to be treated. The family says both are recovering. Delancey remains behind bars in Broward County Jail, hanging. The door. The door. For what? The door. 150 years. How long did it take? Y'all listen. In Wisconsin, there used to be a judge who would literally tell the dudes to look out the window and see how many birds are outside the window. And that's how he would hand down his sentencing for you. He would ask you, how many coins do you think, how much change do you think I got in my pocket? That's how he would determine what kind of time he would hand out. We need them kind of situations with this kind of situation. Because I'm sick of it. I'm tired. I'm tired. I am sick of it. Y'all should be sick of it too. At what point does it stop? At what point do we do something and say something? At what point do we stop allowing our daughters to be victims or our sons to be victims? Because the women out here acting a damn fool too. Let's talk about it. At what point, when we know our family member or somebody close to us is the problem, at what point do we do something so that we stop seeing it? People just be scared to say something because they know 9 times out of 10 you might go back. So why get involved? Because look, because other people wouldn't get involved, a baby had to get involved. She's probably going to have a scar for the rest of her life, showing her how she had to get involved. She's probably going to feel like, for a long time to come, unless she gets some very good therapy, that she always has to get involved. Now she always has to play the hero. Man, y'all better be careful. I want y'all to check out this one on a little bit of a lighter note. I ran across this on Instagram, y'all, and it says Kurt Franklin's daughter goes viral after saying she's jugging like a scooter. Now, you see her in this video, and she, shaking what her mama gave her. And y'all listen, here's the thing, right? This is a preacher's kid, and I don't know if y'all understand, but you always gonna have this with preacher's kids. You always gonna have it. Preachers are always gonna have that one child who is rebellious. They gonna tempt the line. She's living who she is. I think a lot of times what we fail to understand is our children are not going to be mirrors of us. They're not going to be splitting images. They're not going to always do something that you like or something that you approve of. They're not. They're not. Do you know why? Because they're their own individuals. You have to allow them to be themselves. You have to allow them to pave their own path. You know, the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. When he is older, he will not depart from it. I'm sorry, it will not depart from him. What is that saying? Your responsibility as a parent is to put it in them. It's their responsibility when they get old enough to walk in what you put in them, or to decide that God has given them another path. And you as a parent have to be, okay, you know what? I'm going to step back and allow God to have this one, because I don't even know what God is doing with this one. You are not your children's God, nor can you be. You cannot make choices for what direction your children go in. You're not their God. You don't get to choose whether they go left or right. All you get to do is step back and pray. And pray that what you put in her will come back up and cause her to make a change. It's the only thing you can do. It's the only thing you can do. Progressive said, damn, did mine eyes. It's the only thing. You know how it is. Which, if you were ever brought up in the church, then you know how it is for real, right? You know how it is. Because in the church, you're told so much what you shouldn't do. It makes you crave it because you're told not to. You're never told why you shouldn't. You're just told not to. If you sit a piece of chocolate in front of a kid and tell them don't touch it, the more you tell them don't touch it, the more they're going to want to touch it, because you told them not to touch it. You remember, and we going to go on. I just wanted to show you this to help y'all understand something. Church people are not perfect. They're just like you. They have struggles just like you. The problem is that the church came out and made you think the church was perfect. No. Do you know what you're seeing now? Social media is revealing to the world that the church is no different than the world. Do you remember when academics came out and he said something to the fact of streaming is making rappers lose their aura? People was all in an uproar because they didn't like academics. But just because you don't like academics doesn't make what he said any less true. What he said was streaming is making rappers lose their aura because we're realizing that you're goofy just like us. Denzel would never. Rappers of old would never. We looked at them as something on a pedestal because we didn't see they behind the scenes. All we saw was there on screen. These rappers now, you see them beefing online look like little girls. The boys beef more than the women do. The women sit back with popcorn. Majority of them with a Glock 27, 38, and 45 in their lap. I know Glock 45, 27, and 48 is insane. I know y'all thinking it. I know. But y'all get what I'm saying. Too much. But this is what we're putting out there. This is what our youth are regurgitating. This is what they're putting back out there. It's all about your body. It's all about throwing ass. This is the culture that we feed. So this is the culture that they be. Get it? She ain't exempt because she's a preacher's kid. Because she still has choice. Get it? Whatever choice he made, she still gotta make a choice as to what path she wants to walk. It's all about choice. The minute you try to take the choice away, that's where the contention comes in, because that becomes manipulation. My job is not to take your choice away. My job, red pill, blue pill. You take the blue pill, you return back home. Forget this even happened. You don't even remember me after this is over with. Take the red pill, let me show you how deep the rabbit hole really goes. You ready for it? I hand you your golden chapeau and tell you, come on, join the champagne gang. You with it? That's the red, is choice. I don't tell people what to think and what to believe over here. I give you a choice. I tell you what I believe. You still have a choice. So don't be too hard on her. She ain't her daddy. This is her choice. All you can do, church folks, is pray for her. Right? Intercede. That's what the Lord called you to do, right? Y'all, next story. So, I ran across this. Looks like the godmother of Ramir, yep, that name right there, ordered to pay Jay-Z $100K for dragging paternity suit on for 10 years. So, according to the story on Neighborhood Talk, it says, hold on, y'all, I got to grab my glass. It says Jay-Z about to add a couple more to the $1 billion bank account. So, according to the hip hop page, a judge recently ordered the godmother of the young man, the man who alleged Jay-Z is his father, to pay the mogul $100K plus for dragging out the paternity suit that was recently dismissed. So the judge stated in the court order that Little Coley, Ramir godmother, and alleged orchestrator of the plan, y'all, I can't even see this. I don't have my glasses. Jesus Christ. Of the plan to sue Jay-Z has to pay, you see the total, 119 plus of Jay-Z's legal fees, and she shall take nothing. This brings an official end to the 10-year-long paternity suit. Now, y'all listen. None of this ever said that he took the paternity test and he was found to be not the father. All it says is the judge ended the case because it's dragged on too long. Here's the problem. This is why celebrities get on my nerves, right? And follow me for a second. Follow me. Because of your level of money, because of your level of influence, all you have to do is file motion after motion after motion after motion after motion, year after year after year after year after year, to block anything that she sets out because you have the money to do it. Right? To me, it's almost like bullying her and the court system into you getting your way, allegedly, right? Because it never said he's not the father. This could have been a situation of she ran out of money and could no longer push it any further in court. He's a billionaire. She's not. Maybe the bigger question is, why did Jay-Z allow it to drag on for 10 years? with the amount of money that Jay-Z had, the minute the question came up, Jay-Z could have went right away and said, all right, let's go to the clinic. Matter of fact, we're going to go to a clinic of my choosing. Even if you would have came out with a fake test, allegedly, at least there would have been something out there saying, at least you tried. You ain't even tried to take a test. You ain't even tried. You ain't even attempted. With the amount of money that you got, you could have paid somebody to come to your house and go to her house and do a test. Allegedly. No, this doesn't exonerate him. And I'm really trying to understand how the judge made her pay. But you can't expect whole things to come out of broken things. The system is broken. So we ain't never gonna get nothing whole to come out of it because it's broken. Because make it make sense. I gotta pay you and you ain't. The judge never made you take the test. Do y'all not realize that at any point during this, the judge could have made him take the test? Maybe that's the bigger question. Why in the world would a judge make this case drag on for 10 years when all you had to do was order him to take the test? That's my question. Allegedly. But drop in the comments and let me know what you think about it. Now, I want y'all to check this out because I ran across this also on Instagram. Watch this because we going somewhere. I need y'all to pay attention, right? So, nope. Not yet. Hold on.
Pressure in my chest, turn the dark salt wavy. Time tick tick, but I move like maybe. I've been the clock hands when the beat gone crazy. Champagne New Year, pour that hope up.
Hold on.
Bubbles in my blood when we toast up. New me, same roots, watch me glow up. Whole room screaming when we go up. Champagne New Year, let it rain like drip from the ceiling to the daylight. Say my name, say it, make it feel right. This our time, this our highlight.
I'm the midnight sun in a blackout. Lit the whole block when I cashed out. Turn pain to confetti when I step out. Every scar on my skin is a map route. Shorty on my side like a seatbelt hold. Voice like smoke and a heartbeat go. She went slow motion, whole world on pause. Got curves like questions, I get lost in the cause. Yeah. She whisper, baby, don't rush this climb. We gon' stack calendars, not just one time. Love like credit, we could never decline. Seal it with a sip and a baseline grind.
You know I ride when the clock can spin. I'll be your calm when the chaos set in. One more year, one more sin, and we wash it all off when the countdown begins. Champagne New Year, pour that hope up. Bubbles in my blood when we toast up. New me, same roots, watch me glow up. Whole room screaming when we go up. Champagne New Year, let it rain like drip from the ceiling to the daylight.
Then I'm gonna show y'all something. Stay with me for a second.
10-9-8, let the old paint fade. 7-6-5, watch the doubt get caged. 4-3-2, we beyond that stage. We overflow, yeah. Yeah. Bubble bunny time when the clock drop low. Body to the rhythm, make the bad things go. Sip liquid joy, let the bad mind know. We rise up slow, but we still explode. Boom! Champagne New Year, pour that hope up. Bubbles in my blood when we toast up. New me, same roots, watch me glow up.
So, I ran across this on Instagram. I need to show y'all something real quick. Because this says something about us as people, right? Check this out.
Serious after a minor accident, but 2 hours later, a raid changed everything. The man, Mark Delcourt, was admitted for a minor injury, but his file
y'all, a mechanic escaped from a hospital that was trying to snatch his organs. Look at this shit. This shit crazy. This is why I don't trust hospitals. This is why I don't be trusting none of that shit. And I took organ donor off for my fucking ID because they say that will get you out of here.
Shocking news. A 42-year-old mechanic escaped from a hospital in the northern United States in a state of panic, shouting, "They want to take my organs." At first, police believed he was delirious after a minor accident, but 2 hours later, a raid changed everything. The man, Mark Delcourt, was admitted for a minor injury, but his file had been altered to irrecoverable, and he was moved to a technical/maintenance wing. The doors were locked. The cameras were turned away. Mark heard two people whispering, "No family, we start tonight." In panic, he ripped out his IV, crawled into a ventilation duct, and escaped. Police thought he was still panicking, but Mark insisted there are more people alive in there. At 0047, a special tactical unit raided the basement. They found 4 patients strapped down, one lying on a table next to a tray of surgical tools stained with dried blood. Behind a false wall, they discovered a secret room containing 6 unregistered medical refrigerators and 28 files marked with a red X. The American public is in shock. A hospital, supposedly the safest place, suddenly appears to be the most dangerous for patients without family by their side.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Let me show y'all something real quick, right? We as a culture, because you see that story and all of a sudden you like, oh my God, he did. Wait a minute. Hospital ran. So he just jumped up and got just how in look at God. Just run, Forrest, run, right? Right? When you see this story. Because I told y'all we are in a day and age where this is now the Coliseum, right? Stay with me. Going somewhere. This is the Coliseum. It's lights, camera, action. Lights, camera, action. Everybody is looking for lights, camera, action. Not only are we all looking for lights, camera, action, right? But everybody is is sniffing for the blood in the water, right? Right? We're like sharks. Everybody, where's the next one? Where is it? Where is it? We're like, there used to be a video that they used to show to office members, and it was called "Who Moved the Cheese?" And in this video, there was some cheese in a maze, and there was these mice who knew where the cheese was. And every day they would go through the maze and get to the cheese and eat some of the cheese. Well, one day they get ready to go to the place they knew the cheese to be. The cheese was no longer there. The cheese had been moved. So now they're having this conversation about who moved the cheese. One of the mice decides, you know what? I'm finna go find it. The other one, like, nah, I'm gonna stay right here because it was here before, so it's gotta come back. But everybody running, sniffing, trying to figure out where the cheese go. So much so that we don't stop and ask questions. What do I tell y'all all the time? Question everything. Even me. Even if you hear me say something and I don't show you proof, go look it up. Question it. So, there's a reason why I said that. Because I too, when I first saw this video, I got excited. I got real excited looking at this video like, oh, wait, what? Because I just know. But me being the researcher that I am, anytime I see a story, I automatically go research it. Because you mean to tell me that my timeline ain't ringing with CNN, with the Shade Room, with the Neighborhood Talk, with Hollywood Unlocked, with all of Storm Monroe, all of the big Tasha K, all of the big time bloggers ain't covering the fact that somebody done ran out the hospital and they done raided it and found so. In classic me fashion, I go look it up, right? check this out. This is why you have to be careful. What you cover and believing everything just because you heard somebody else say it and that other person sounded so excited when they said it and sounded so believable because you don't know if that somebody has taken the time to do their research. Check this out. So, this says, and it's from Snopes. Story of mechanic Mark Delcourt's hospital escape isn't what it seems, right? Post claimed the 42-year-old man fled U.S. hospital while shouting, "They want to take my organs." Right? Scroll down. 42-year-old mechanic named Mark Delcourt escaped from a hospital in northern United States while shouting, "They want to take my organs." And a police raid soon after uncovered a secret organ harvesting operation in the hospital's basement. We ain't heard nothing about no RICO, no arrest, or nothing, but a major organ harvesting. See, this is why y'all gotta listen to what's being said and what's not being said when you're listening to what's being said. A video shared on social media in early January 2026 claimed a 42-year-old mechanic named Mark Delcourt fled a hospital in the northern United States while screaming, "They want to take my organs," right? So, I'm not going to go through the whole narrator because we already seen it. That's the video again. The caption of the video reads, "A patient frantically escapes from the hospital uncovering the terrifying secrets hidden within its walls." The rumor spread via video posts on platforms including Facebook, Threads. I don't know too much about Threads, TikTok, and Instagram. Snope readers searched our site and emailed asking for information about the claim. In short, the story told in the video, we're not going to go back through it, but the video does not document any such incident. Instead, repurposing unrelated footage from other contexts while offering no verifiable details. There's no hospital name. There's no location. There's no state. There's no date. There's nothing. Everything is vague. Everything is just blase, blase. That would allow the story to be confirmed. Nothing. Despite the video's claim that the American public is in shock. Yeah, I was in shock after I saw your video. But I had heard nothing about this before. No reporting from credible news outlets or any official statements indicating that such a raid or discovery occurred. Do you know how Agent Orange would jump down this and double dutch down the street with it? As if it was his find and his call if this were to ever occur for real. Are y'all cool? For those reasons, we rated this claim false. We got to be careful. I told y'all in 2026, you better be careful on what you post, what you share, and how you comment. Because there's blood in the water. Everybody is suing right now. Everybody is looking for a come up. And the come up is scamming and suing. The two famous S's right now, scamming and suing. So you got to be careful. Fact check. Look your stuff up. Just because, didn't your mama tell you everything that glitter ain't gold? Just because it sound good and it sound credible don't make it credible. Go look for a source before we start making a claim look like it's true. Let me show you. I'm going to go a little bit further, right? Because I told y'all I was going to show y'all how to do this before. I'm going to show y'all something. Hold on. I got to stop my music for just a second. All right. This right here is my Suno. What I want y'all to do, I need y'all to, hold on, let me make sure my audio is on so I can hear it and y'all can too. Hold on. Okay, so I want to show y'all something. Y'all know all these AI songs that's being created. Sound is a little low, or it might be. You know what? Cause it's not you, boss lady. And thank you for joining me tonight, love. Thank you for coming in. Let me turn me up a little bit. Hold on, hold on. My mic is being really really weird tonight. I don't know what's going on. It's tripping. Okay, is that a little bit better? Let me know if that sound a little bit better. Trying to put a little gain in it. So this is Suno. I told y'all that I was gonna come in and show y'all something. This is why we gotta be real careful with AI. That video that I showed y'all, AI, AI. Do y'all not know? Hold on. Before I show y'all that, do y'all not know there was a video going around talking about a news broadcast of Trump getting ready to be arrested if he didn't turn over such another, right? All AI. If we are not careful, we are running into a place where we're not going to be able to tell the truth from a lie. The truth from a lie. Let me show y'all this. The song that y'all be hearing playing in my background. Hold on.
Go. Sip liquid joy, let the bad mind know. We rise up slow, but we still explode. Boom! Champagne, New Year, pour that hope up. Bubbles in my blood when we toast up. New me, same.
Alright. Let me show y'all how to get to the money real quick. Everybody that want to get into AI, let me tell y'all something. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. Y'all see they out here making AI videos of the president. Baby, it ain't going nowhere. It's not going to do nothing but progress. So you might as well figure out how to get on the train. Figure it out. Sooner. Do you know, some of y'all are new here with us, but a while ago we did videos because you know they signed, a major music label signed their first AI music artist, right? Did y'all see that? The first, I just said that they gonna progress. Yeah, listen, crazy. First AI artist has been signed already, right? All that artist did, they came on this site right here. Everybody doing it. Everybody. Because this site right here, I don't know of any other site that's doing it. So let me show you this. Everything that you see in here, this is my studio with AI. Let me show you why it's not going nowhere. I need somebody to give me, and I'm gonna show you how fast it generates. And this thing is ain't even like $9 a month, like monthly, like can't make it up. So somebody give me a thought of for a song to create a song. Give me a thought. What should it be about? And is it R&B? Is it rap? What is it? I'm gonna show you how easy this is and how fast it is. But I want y'all to give me something. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, 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 come on. All right, y'all want me to just put one in there? Because I don't see nobody putting nothing in the chat. I'm trying to be interactive with y'all. Y'all got to interact back. Y'all got, I'm going to have to call some of the people in the background to come to the foreground so that they can help interact. Because I'm trying to write a champagne song here in the chat, not chatting right now. I need somebody to give me a thought. Throw something out there. We love R&B. All right, you love R&B. Okay, give me a thought with R&B, boss lady. Give me a thought. Give me a thought. I'm gonna put it in, and R&B song about jagged edge. That's the group. I can't put a group name in. I got okay. You got to give me a thought. What's the song thought about? Give me a thought for the song. What is the R&B song about? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. She said love. Okay. All right. All right. Love. Hold on. War and champagne. Watch this. Okay. All right. So I hit create. You see right over here these two spinning dots on your screen. It is now creating. Let me show you how quick it is going to create. What do you see how fast it just popped up? So I took y'all love, I added war and champagne. Check this out.
We toast, we glass, gold rain in a glass, lip gloss for pain. You love me, you ain't.
She like, why you only pull up when you guilty?
Why?
I say, cause you only answer when you miss me.
Yeah.
Makeup running like a track star sprinting. Then you kiss me on the neck, battlefield shifting.
Designer on the floor like flags on the ground. You reload your words, I reload around. Every leave me alone, got a key to the house.
Every I'm done with you, got my name in your...
That fast. Do y'all see how fast that created? Now hold on. Not only does it create one song for you, everything from the music to the vocals to the hook to every over here in the corner, as you can see, there's the lyrics. All the lyrics there for you. This is why turn it down. I know I had to turn it down. My bad. I didn't know it was up that low, that high. My bad. I am so sorry, y'all. This is why a lot of the musicians and the artists are now mad because individuals who are maybe you have the ability to write, but you don't have access to a studio to be able to get into the studio to make your music or to make your song. Now you can use this, drop your stuff in there or your idea, and it create it for you. And now you have the artist saying, but you're taking away from the craft. Well, think about that now. Because can't you say the same thing about the artists who started using synthesizers? I don't know. Is the ones who started using beat machines? Do you think you can say the same thing? Because didn't that take away from someone? I don't know. Check this one out. Let me know if it's too loud because again I said you get two versions.
We toast, we clash, go rain in the glass, live lost, war, pain. You love me, you ain't, huh?
She like, why you only pull up when you guilty? Why? I say, cause you only answer when you miss me. Yeah. Make her running like a track star sprinting. You kiss me on the neck, battle feel shifting. Designer on the floor like flags on the ground. You reload your words, I reload around. Every leave me alone, got a key to the house. Every arm don't.
Now, so you take that idea right there, right? But what I just showed you for Suno, then you go on another site, right? And you create your character. Because you remember the video that I did for y'all showing y'all that they now have AI influencers. who are now going viral, getting millions and millions of followers, being AI, not real, no breath, a prompt, and you add that song to them, and now you have an AI artist with music that you created. And if you are a paid subscriber to Suno, then that music belongs to you. According to Suno, you can use it wherever you want to. You can upload it on um Spotify, any of the sites that play music, and get paid for your AI song. So now the artists feel like you're taking it away from them. It makes it all scary when you think about that, how fast AI can do that. And you also think about this right here and how easily someone can take a prompt and create a video and make a video seem like it is something that it's not. If I don't like you, I can frame you with anything if I know how to prompt AI, right? Everything from Suno to making fake videos, it's all a prompt. It's all knowing how to tell AI the right thing to give what you want. It doesn't have a moral code or a moral compass. Y'all, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all ready to get into tonight's show? Because we need to get into this whole thing with StepDaddy Dro. But first, we need to get into some positivity and affirmations. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Drop in the comments and let me know what you think about AI. Thank you for joining me this far. Come on in because we need to chat. Let's have our positivity and affirmations first. Let's go.
You're cordially invited to a space where truth meets taste. Welcome to Champagne Secrets. Take a seat, Confidante.
Welcome to Champagne Secrets. Take a seat, confidants. Come on in and take a seat. Y'all listen. Y'all know that I usually give y'all this big, powerful affirmation and empowering affirmation, right? Today, what I need to do, I need to tell y'all, like, first of all, I need to like give some shout outs to y'all, right? I want to take today's affirmation moment to tell y'all thank you. Everybody don't know, but for those of you who've been with me for a little while, then you know I recently just went through a major transition after a major transition, right? Majority of, well, those of you who have been with me for a little bit know that I gave you the story on how I had lost everything about 2 years ago, um, and how I moved away to start over. Couldn't really start over. Came back to where I am now in the Midwest to bring my grandson back to my daughter, and received a phone call from someone I hadn't heard from in over 5 years, and ended up with a job offer for more than I had ever made before in my life. Not that was just a job offer. And not only did she give me more than I had ever made, she turned around and gave me what I asked for, because she knew at the time I was working on my business, right? And because I was in a transition, it a lot of the videos that you guys would have gotten, lives and all of that, you weren't able to get it because I was in the middle of a transition, because all of my belongings were in another state. So when I came here to bring my grandson back, all I had was just a few things. Maybe a few weeks worth of things. I didn't have anything to start over. And in the midst of me not understanding how God was going to turn around and work it out for me being there and having faith for my daughter, God turned around and blessed me so I could be a blessing to her. Completely turned my situation around. So a lot of the videos that you would have got, you didn't get it. The lives that you would have got, they've been intermittent. Even the times we've been on live and I told y'all, you know what, I'm gonna have a video for y'all tomorrow. Join me tomorrow and da 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 da. And you didn't get it, but y'all stuck in there because you understood that God had me in the middle of transition. Thank you. Thank you. No, for real. For real. A lot of times you see, how should I say it? You see influencers, bloggers, whatever you want to call us. You see us come on this app and you always see us ask for things. You see some people come over here on here and say, everybody send me $20, send me $20. Everybody send $1, send $1. Everybody send this, do that, do this, triple that, triple this. Send me this, do this for that. Do me this, give me that, give me. But rarely on this app do you ever hear a thank you. Not requesting, not asking, not show me, but just, you know what, just thank you for being here in the middle of my transition, because y'all don't understand, as much as I might help y'all also help me. So for every like, thank you. Thanks for the push. For every share, thank you. Thanks for the push. You know, when I first started this out, I'm trying to tell y'all, when I got my first unlike on a video, I cried. I did, like, about, oh my God. But all my videos is so positive. I mean, nobody unliked my video. And then I watched somebody else talking about how many unlikes they get. And then I start seeing, I'm like, oh, okay, so there's people out here that really unlike positivity. Like, oh, yeah, that's weird. That's different. That, you know, that's what happens when they keep playing with the CERN, you know. You know, people start calling good evil and evil good. You know, people who used to like positivity only like toxicity. And, you know, it seems like ain't nobody reaching towards positivity. But even in the midst of everything that I was going through, y'all stuck in there. And I want to say thank you. You could have walked. I looked at numbers and I saw them go up. I saw them go down. I did. But I understood that the ones that were supposed to be for the Champagne City are in the Champagne City. Thank you for not hitting unsubscribe while God has me in transition, while He's setting me up for my next level. Because y'all already know, every time I go up, I reach back and pull y'all up too. I don't leave y'all unaware. Every time I get a new idea, I share it. Every time he downloads something to me, I offload it to y'all, because I don't want y'all left unaware, because we do this all together. I'm in the process of looking for my own apartment. Yes, T. So if y'all don't see videos, it's not because I don't want to make them. It's not because I'm being lazy. Your girl has a job now. She has a job now. Not only does she have a job, she has a grandchild, and she is in transition. Again, I'm starting over with nothing but my gratitude to God for what He's done. Not only what He's done, but also what He brought me through. Because it was what I came through that helps me to be able to encourage you. You see, what you go through isn't for you. It's for someone else. It's for someone else watching how you make it through the storm. Because your walk is going to let them know that they can make it through. Your walk is going to let them know more than any word you could ever utter out your mouth. So thank you. Today, my affirmation is thank you for being there, for being a part of the Champagne City, for being a part of the Champagne game, and for sticking it out through transition. And you know what? Let me tell y'all something. We ain't even worried about the trolls, because this is what I got to say to the trolls in 2026. Peep game.
Yeah. Whole squad on patrol. Where they at? Point them out that troll. Troll buses on patrol. Hey, hey, hey. Troll buses on patrol. Troll patrol. Clamp down, shut them out. Tow that troll. Click clap, log them out. Fold that troll. Whole chair chanting now. Roast that troll. Roast that troll. Troll buses on patrol. Troll patrol. Yeah. Big boots, stomp them out. Roll that troll. Cap lock, drag them out. Scroll that troll. Crowd yell loud, we control these trolls. We control these trolls. You type to a little mole that troll. Live in my crib, little bowl cut troll. Grease on your keys, little old stain troll. Bridge so hot, screen cold from the troll. You a bridge bottom, did water troll. Wi-Fi weak, one bar in your soul. Profile pic, just an egg on a pole. Whole existence on whole set troll. Same fake pages, same lame troll. Catfish, but you can't say that troll. Talk big game, but you fold like a scroll. We just laugh, hit mute on the troll. Troll buzzers on patrol, troll patrol. Wait. Clamp down, shut them out, tow that troll. Click clack, log them off, fold that troll. Whole chat, chanting now, roast that troll. Roast that troll. Troll buzzers on patrol, troll patrol. Big boots, stomp them out, roll that troll. Cap lock, drag them out, scroll that troll. Crowd yell loud, we control these trolls. We control these trolls. You a damn rock, mouse grown troll. Little dust might off brand troll. Fry oil hair, little egg roll troll. Keyboard chrome, snap pad troll. You a bad seat, no roll troll. Big talk, zero gold troll. DM tough in the street, so cold. See us live, now your spine made a jello troll. You a trash bag, half torn troll. We a whole squad, patrol, that's bro. On the fly swatter, you the mad ass troll. She the boot heel, flatten that troll. Go home, go home, troll. Oh, room, yeah, log off, troll. Log off, home, go home, troll. Whole room, yeah, grab, troll. Troll busters is on patrol, troll patrol. Slam down, shut them out, tow that troll. Click clack, log them off, fold that troll. Whole chat, chanting now, roast that troll. Roast that troll. Troll buses on patrol, troll patrol. Yo, big boots, stomp them out, roll that troll. Cap lock, drag them out, scroll that troll. Crowd yell loud, we control these trolls. We control these trolls.
Because we ain't dealing with no trolls in 2026. Not. No, we not. No, we not. And absolutely, boss lady, thank you. I keep saying I need to get one, and I am definitely going to get me a P.O. box. Thank you so much for reminding me to get one. See, God know how to send who he need to send when he need to send them to tell you what needs to be told to make you remember to do what you need to do. Yeah, he do. No trolls in 2026. No negativity in 2026. We are changing our mindsets. We are changing who we allow in our parameters. We are setting boundaries around not only our life, but our heart. We are guarding who we let in, and we are starting to remove people out of it who don't need to be there. All toxicity gotta go in 2026 because it don't help you reach your goal. Right? Right. And if you believe that, let's toast. Ladies and gentlemen, confidants, welcome to the Hennessy Zone. Straight talk, no chaser. This place was created for those topics that require, well, a little something stronger than just champagne. Over here, we think and drink responsibly. Now, let me give you a disclaimer.
Everything discussed in the Hennessy Zone, all of the commentary is based on my opinion, and it's done so in accordance with the Fair Use Act, which allows for these discussions for the purpose of entertainment and teaching, because there's wisdom to be gained from everything, whether it's good or bad. Now, we don't attempt to solve cases over here, but we do discuss them. And I love to hear your opinions about each of the cases we discuss. So please do me a favor and drop in the comments and let me know what you think about today's case.
All right, y'all. Let's get ready to get into it. So y'all listen. Hold on. Let me make sure y'all got some music. Can y'all hear the music in the background? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear the music. Put a 2 in the chat if you cannot. 1 in the chat if you can hear the music. 2 if you cannot. Por favor. Gracias. Yeah, I really wish I would have took Spanish all the way through. I really do. I stopped because I got lazy in high school. I did. So I know un poquito. That's it. Just a little bit. I wish I would have kept going. Y'all need to get y'all kids in bilingual classes. Definitely. You know, other countries, it's like part of the curriculum. They gotta learn English. Like, it ought to be mandatory because all these countries mixing and all that, you ought to be knowing how to communicate and understand what they saying, and they right next to you. They could be saying off with your head. You don't know. Y'all listen, I need y'all to do me a favor and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you'll be notified when we go over to our Discord. And the Discord is in every description for every video. And do our watch parties. We do watch parties over on Discord. And y'all, I'm having a little bit of nostalgia. And one of my favorite shows, feeling nostalgic, was this show called Revenge. Baby, when I tell you this show is good. That's why the title says, or the heading, what would you do if you had the money and opportunity to pay them all back? Everybody that hurt you, everybody that harmed you, everybody that did you wrong, everybody that mistreat you, everybody that spoke down on your name, everybody that ruined your life. If you had the money, means, and opportunity to pay them all back, would you do it? Well, this show right here, baby, takes you through that. You hear me? Or should I say, she takes them through there. But you gotta like, subscribe, and make sure you're subscribed to the Discord. Well, it's open and free. You don't have to be subscribed to the channel in order to be over at the Discord. But you need to see this because there are some lessons to be learned in there. And if anybody knows anything about the Champagne City, you know the secret in Champagne Secrets is empowerment, right? So we gonna be in that Discord having a conversation while we kick back having fun. So make sure you subscribe, all right? Now, let's get ready to get into this story because this story has me a little bit perplexed. Boss lady said, I sent my children to a school for foreign language. They grown now. Absolutely. My mom sent my sister to a French immersion school when she was in grade school. So she took French from grade school all the way through. Well, by the time she, got out of middle school, she was absolutely fluent in it, right? So I think every child should be fluent in another language, especially if it's a place you want to travel to, if it's you know you have a lot of different cultures here. Pick some languages that are here here that we need to be paying attention to so that you know what they saying right next to you. Everybody's doing French and Spanish. What about some other languages? We have a lot of Chinese here. What about Chinese? You have a lot of, and y'all, no tea, no shade if I say this wrong because I'm not being funny. Everything is about being politically correct now. And if I'm not saying the politically correct term, please don't do too much. But we have a lot of Arabs here. Excuse me. Yeah, I told y'all it's Frosty the Snowman outside. I had to wade through a winter wonderland to take my grandson, who's 9, to a basketball game. So I got my hot tea over here because baby, listen. Um, but y'all, let's get ready to get into this for real. For real, for real. But make sure y'all subscribe because I really want y'all to be there when we get into this. So y'all, check this out. If y'all don't know about this story right here, it's been going viral on social media for a little while. And the reason it's been going viral because you have this video of these two individuals who seemingly appear to be absolutely in love and smitten with one another, right? They're the individuals that people would look at on social media and call couple goals, right? They're the kind, if you would look at these videos, and see, this is the flip side of never judge a book by its cover, allegedly. And remember, everything that we getting ready to say is alleged. Allegedly is going towards across the top. Behind that is another disclaimer, baby. We got a disclaimer for a disclaimer for a disclaimer so that we can make sure y'all disclaim. Don't play with me. Our opinions are poured with curiosity, not with conviction. Sometimes, a little bit, halfway, allegedly, is what I'm saying. Father Locke, welcome in. Y'all listen, for all of y'all who are into all things horror related and all things that go bump in the night, please go check out our brother channel, Father Locke's Horror House. Father Locke, see, I pronounced it tonight. I didn't give you a horror house. I didn't. I pronounced it. I'm proud of myself. Please go check out our brother's channel. He also has some music over there. Father Locke, I done showed him how to make music on Suno. I did. Because, the secret is out now. The secret is out because I want all my champagne gang to know how to make some money off this AI. I did. I went over to Suno.com, Suno.com, and I showed the people how to go on Suno and make some money and make some video and make some music. I did. And I let them know the membership is only about $8 to $9 a month. So ain't no sense in all them people on TikTok and all of them. Hell, for all we know, the celebrities been using Suno to make their music. We don't know. They don't do too many live performances anymore. All we do is see them streaming. We don't know where that music coming from. Hell, we done already learned half of them use a ghostwriter anyway. Hey, ain't that a form of how you out there? Because you out there with a ghostwriter and you don't write yourself. Ain't you taking the opportunity away from somebody, who really can write and perform? See, that thing is a two-way thing when people start complaining about stuff, but you do the stuff you kind of complaining about. But let me get back in the house because we was talking about this beautiful couple on the screen right here. But welcome in, Father Locke. It's always wonderful to see you in the building. But this is why y'all got to be careful when you start talking about couples goals, right? And you see stuff and you think just because you see it and it looks happy, it must be happy. Everything that glitters is not gold. So these videos came out. And then what came out was the information that this young man somehow, after these beautiful videos were taken, was unalive. She made it back home, but he did not. Now, When I looked on social media, I ran across this video right here. And I wanted to tell y'all this the closest I've ever seen her in a lot of the videos that I've seen with them. Majority of the videos I see of them together, she's kind of standoffish. Do you know what it really gives me, low key? And this is just my opinion, right? It gives me best friend vibes, not love of my life from her, not like this. Even though she say it really gives me best friend. Like this, the homie lover friend. This somebody I can kick it with. This somebody I can take down, take through there, get money from, give money to. Everything we do together. But it don't give me soulmate love of my life. Y'all feel that way, or is it just me? It's just me. It's cool. I'm just telling y'all, from me, she just don't give me what he gives me when it comes to her. Now, I just want to play this for y'all because I just want fellas. You know, the ladies don't generally come out and tell this to you, but y'all got to be careful. BBD tried to warn y'all, and see, I know the problem is a lot of y'all didn't come up in our era. See, our era music, I keep telling you, our era music gave us instructions. They gave us a roadmap in the music. They told us what to do and what not to do. See, our music, I'm Gen X. I don't know about y'all, but our music told us situations to stay away from, right? Never trust a big button to smile. You got to be careful because y'all get so stuck. Y'all get so stuck. Men, and I'm talking to men, and I'm not necessarily saying she's scheming. I'm saying you got to be careful because sometimes y'all be sleeping with the enemy and don't even know it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you gonna be locked in with somebody, then you better know that you know that you know that you know that the person that you locked in with gonna hold you down, win, lose, or draw. If you angry, you gonna hold me down. If you happy, you gonna hold me down. If you sad, you gonna hold me down. We gonna figure it out and work it out together. Because we that locked in. If you ain't that locked in with the one you with, you got some thinking and rethinking to do, and some adjusting to do, and some questions to ask about who you're on your ship with. Because if you can't relate to the person you on the ship with, you need to find a different ship. Or better yet, fix your ship so that you stop jumping on broken ones. There it is. But I want y'all to check this out.
Morning motivation with Dro, so that's what it is. If you sitting around waiting for somebody to hand you something or to take care of you or to do something for you and you ain't doing nothing for yourself, you woke up with the wrong mentality. You about to go back and sleep and give you some more rest, cause that's all you doing. You sleeping on life. You straight sleeping on life, man.
Facts, boss lady. And the problem is, any real woman can see it. Y'all, look, y'all can talk all that yin yang hoopla if you want to. Let's put it on the floor and call a thing a thing. Y'all know how we do over here. We ain't gonna play like that. We ain't finna be, oh, no, we're supposed to be girls, because that's a girl. We're supposed to be girls. No, I gotta put it on the floor and let y'all know because some of us be on bullshit. Male bovine feces. I'm trying to be demure and cutesy in 2026. Y'all know we do. Y'all know we do. Y'all know we be taking these men through there. Let's be honest about it and call a spade a spade. Y'all know it. And some of y'all do it on purpose. You do it on purpose because you not really in it for the same reason they in it. And instead of just being honest and saying, hey, you know, I mess with you for real, but this is what I need you for. I got somebody on this side for that. I told y'all in the other video, I don't understand how in 2020, at the time it was 2025, I believe, we could have just been in the new year. How's never. Either way, I told y'all I don't understand how we grown still in this day, age, era, and decade, and you can't look another grown person in the face and say, you know what, I like you for real, and when we do what we do, we do what we do, but I ain't ready to lock it in yet. Now, if you ready to hold it down, I can see you being somebody I lock it in with in the future, but right now, I ain't ready for all that. And I just got to be real and let you know so that you don't think it's something it's not. I don't understand why we can't just be real and look somebody in the face and tell them what's real when you meet them. Why we still playing games? But we grown. We stand 10 toes on it. But you can't look somebody in the face and tell them, yeah, you know, you doable. But that's about it, baby. We can't be no more than that. Yeah, you might be one of three. But all y'all know about the other. And each one of y'all play y'all role. Why can't we be y'all, please, we not grown? No, every woman can see this woman ain't as into this man as he's into her. He's a friend. She loves him. She messed with him, but not like that.
People don't mind helping when they see that you trying, but you ain't trying. What I'm going to Escobar for? I already got my own goals and dreams that I'm trying to, like, you know, move forward with or trying to, like, you know, make happen. You woke up thinking somebody owe you something, man. You woke up with the wrong mentality at all. You already lost. Morning motivation with Dro, so this is what it is. And you better start overlooking them people that always got your back or the ones that always, you know, one call away, man. For real. You ain't gonna have that type of access to them people if you keep mishandling them. Every time they call you, oh, I gotta call you back, I'm doing something. Or every time they need you to come through, oh, I'm busy, I got to do this, I got to do that. But as soon as you call them, they stop everything they doing to give you direct focus, man. Whether you need them mentally, they there. Whether you need them emotionally, they there. Whether you need them financially, they coming through, you feel what I'm saying? However you need them, they always giving you direct focus and making you priority number one. And then you can't never return the favor, bro. Be wise about losing.
Niecy, I meant to tell you. Baby, thank you so much for the super chat, super things, the super. Thank you. And thank you for being a part of the Champagne City. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for being one of my biggest sources of encouragement. Thank you for being one of the ones that pushed me when I wanted to stop and say, you know what, forget it. This positivity don't work on YouTube. The people don't want positivity. They want you to be toxic, and they want you to bitch a hoe, and a bitch and a hoe, and a bitch and a hoe. That's what they want you to do on YouTube. They don't want you to tell them you can reach for more, you can be more. All you got to do is trigger your imagination and use your imagination and see yourself better until you see yourself better. But you encourage me to keep going. Thank you so much. And when God bless me, girl, you know.
Them people, bro, because everybody ain't finna keep giving you that type of access to them, bro, to keep handling them in the type of way. You feel what I'm saying? We teach people how to treat us, and you teach people how to not show up for you, man, by how you keep never being enough for them. Be wise about that decision you making, man, and even if you ain't making the decision purposely,
sit back and think like, damn, like this person always there for me. This person can always, do what I ask them to do, but I can't never come through for them. Let this message be a reminder, man, to look out for them people, bro. Morning motivation with Joe, that's what it is. Morning motivation with Joe, so this is what it is. As a community, bro, we got to show up for our people, bro, for real, for real. When we see our friends or people that we fuck with getting distance, bro, we ain't got no business or no right to be taking shit personal. Oh, they acting brand new, they ain't answering the phone. Have you even picked up that phone?
Watch this. Nothing on a woman with a plan. Nothing. Not one. Nothing on a woman with a plan. A woman with a plan is one of your most dangerous adversaries. A woman, this is why you got to be careful, fellas. Ladies, this ain't even for you. This for my fellas. Fellas, scoot up for a second. Let me holler at you. Make sure y'all glasses filled to the rim. Y'all, are y'all telling me I didn't even do my intro because we was messing around trying to get this doggone audio right? But anyway, fellas, scoot up. Let me holler at you. You better be careful, fellas. You better be careful who you decide that you're going to get in your life, because there's nothing more dangerous than a woman with a plan. The woman's plan ought to be able, the Bible says, watch this, the Bible says that God created for him a help meet. A lot of times, y'all, this is why y'all got to be careful. And I told y'all, anything that I say, go look it up. A lot of people say help mate. Animals mate, people meet. I need y'all to remember that. Animals mate, people meet. God created for him a help meet. A woman's job in your life is to help you meet your God-given purpose. Yes, she should look good on your arm. She should be pleasing aesthetically. Yes, she should know how to please you sexually. Yes. I mean, if you're going to spend the rest of your life with her, she ought to have some attributes that you like naturally. Don't let nobody convince you that you're supposed to get somebody that look like they homely and homemade to make you happy. No, God wants you to have what you want too. But whatever your purpose is in the earth realm, she is to help you meet that. You are to be her covering and her protector. If she cannot help you meet your God-given purpose in the earth realm, and she is not somebody that you can see yourself covering and protecting, she is not for you. Ladies, if you cannot help him meet his God-given purpose in the earth realm, and you cannot be the covering for his heart, you are not for him. Get it? Stop getting in these relationships and messing people up because you can't be honest about your purpose in their life. You're not a help meet for them. You're a pleasure piece. Play your role. But in order to play your role, you got to know your role and stop faking your role. Get it? Let's continue.
On and call to make sure they in the mental space to even talk. You feel what I'm saying? Have you even reached out to make sure that they okay? You feel what I'm saying? And then be wondering why people don't want to be fucked up or don't get close to people. Because every time they go through something, they go through that shit by themselves. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody calling, checking up on them. Ain't nobody asking them if they straight. Everybody just taking everything personal, making everything about them. You feel what I'm saying? And the cycle continues. As a unit, as a family, as a community, bro. You gotta do better with that shit, dog. Stop letting our people go through shit alone, bro. And then when they motherfucking spaz out and crash out, oh, bro could have came and talked to me. Bro could have did this. Bro could have did that. But when bro wasn't calling, you wasn't checking either. You feel me?
This is what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to start paying attention to the stuff that your family and your friends say. But I also need you to pay attention to when they say it and how they say it. Because a lot of times, our family and our friends be really telling us where they are and how they're feeling maybe about a person, a place, or a thing, but because we're not paying attention and we don't have our discernment turned on, we miss it because we think it's just a moment or we think it's content. Because why in the world? Now I need y'all to put on y'all where's my doggone golden chapeau? Boom. There we go. I need y'all to put on the golden chapeau. And for those who don't know, whenever y'all see this come on the screen, this means we need to start thinking. This means whatever you doing, I need you to pause from your activity because it is time for us to think. So the golden chapeau is on the screen. I need us to pause and think. Hold on. Because a lot of times what happens is people are really telling us where they are and what they are feeling. Why would anyone who has someone by their side and they're one, they're equal, why would they ever make mention to feeling alone? Unless they're feeling alone. Get it? Even in the midst of encouragement, let me explain something to you about an encourager that some of y'all might not know. A lot of times when an encourager encourages you, they're encouraging you through a moment that they're going through. So not only are they helping you, but they're also helping themselves. That's why you'll hear a lot of people say that the word, when God gives you a word for somebody else, he's going to give you that word for you first. It's got to minister and reach you first before it can reach anybody else. So a lot of times when an encourager is encouraging you, they're encouraging you through where they are. They may be in that moment themselves at that moment when they're telling you you can make it. We got to listen and we got to pay attention because he might have been giving clues that nobody was paying attention to.
You know what I'm saying? So what he did, what he know how to do is go through shit by himself. You feel what I'm saying? Man, let's start showing up for our people, dog. For real. Even if you don't know how, it starts with a call. Call them people, man, and see what they got going on. See if they mental straight. Make sure they good. You feel what I'm saying?
But going back to love languages, I feel like I'm blessed because I get all of them with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of just like, I don't know, I'm appreciative to be able to experience all of them with you because I don't know if I could say everybody has that same opportunity with a partner. You know what I'm saying? Or did somebody take care of that?
Now let me explain something to you. If you understand anything about love language, then you understand language is one. You might have one love language. You might have a secondary that makes you feel good, but you have one love language. My love language is affection. What love language means is if I don't get this, I don't feel like you love me because this is how you're able to speak love to me. See, the problem is in a lot of relationships, scoot up for a second. Let's have a chat. Let's talk. Talk about it. Make sure your glasses is filled to the rim. Make sure you have your charger. Say hi to some people in the chat. Scoot up. Scoot up. I can't love you with my love language. You can't love me with your love language. And the problem is in a lot of relationships, we don't give each other the dignity of loving each other the way we like to be loved and the way we identify with love. if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, for a couple of forevers, that individual ought to be able to love you on your level, and you ought to be able to love them on theirs without losing anything yourself. My love language is affection. My significant other's love language may be acts of service, which means if I try to shower my significant other with affection, although it's going to feel good and although it's going to be nice, it's not going to resonate as love with that individual, because that's not the language that speaks love to them. Get it? Problem is, y'all don't know who y'all in a relationship with. You don't know your significant others. She ought to be able to let him know what her love language is. There is no such thing as all of them. There's only one language of love that speaks to you. All the others are a benefit of the first. Because you're affectionate to me, I appreciate your words of affirmation. I appreciate your acts of service. Because you show me love, it makes me want to reciprocate and show you love. Get it?
Physical touch, but you know what? They can't talk to me when they're stressed out. You know, they don't know how to motivate them. They don't know how to make them feel good, or you know what? Maybe they can be a little selfish and they don't like doing stuff for the person for acts of service, or they want to hang out with their friends, so they don't spend a lot of quality time. I can go on and on. You know what I'm saying?
Let me explain something to you, Progressive. Camera off. Cause what you mean? You just put your lips on me? Is that what you just did? You put your lips on me, like on my arm. There's certain spots that you kiss a woman that is, they lead up to other things. You might be able to kiss her on her cheek and she like, oh, that's cute. You might be able to kiss her on her forehead and she like, oh, that's so sweet. That is so sweet. You might be able to get away with kissing her on her shoulder. And she be like, oh, that's what's up. He's such a gentleman. But on the arm, the nape of the neck, on the lip, what do you mean? You kissed her on her arm, passionately peck. And she just, you speak all of my love languages. You successfully. She can't even give you a direct answer, so I'm just going to talk about all of them. See, y'all better learn how to pay attention. And listen, watch this. And none of what I'm saying is saying that I'm saying she's guilty. What I'm saying to you is y'all need to start paying attention to who you in a relationship with. Because understanding who you in a relationship with in the beginning is going to help you understand and know whether or not you're going to end up in a situation like this or close to it in the end.
About each one, I feel like you do a perfect balance of everything.
Honestly, it's about not controlling your partner or demanding that at your partner. It's about teaching your partner. You feel what I'm saying? But your partner got to be in a space to where they hear you. Because a lot of people talk and be like, oh, I need this, I require that. But the partner not paying attention. They just want to love them in a way that they want to love them. You can't love your partner how you feel they deserve to be loved. You got to love them in a way that they can feel it. You feel what I'm saying? I got your back until the end. You got my heart. I can't pretend. Can't take heart transplant. They will be in love with daddy. No D shit.
Okay.
That wasn't good. A money one. Happy Father's Day, kid. Here's how you start, Jimmy. StepDaddy Dro LLC. That's what's up with you, man?
I believe in
Did that look to y'all like when he kissed her on the neck? Didn't I tell y'all the neck for a woman? Not all. Because some women do not like affection. Now, I got to put that out there too. Some women do not like all that affection. They don't like public I'm a PDA person. Baby, you show me you love me in public. Touch me in public. Kiss me in public. Yes, smack it, flip it, rub it down in public. Yes, please. Please. But every woman ain't like that. So, we got to take that into account as well. That we could be reading into something and she's just not a super affectionate female. Gotta throw that out there. Now we gotta be fair.
you. Let's get this money. Money starting to come in. Let's get this money.
What's up with you? Why you be having me like this, huh? Why you be having me like this, That's crazy. That's crazy.
Let's get it going. We getting paid. Let's get it going.
Hey, that's crazy.
Let's get it going.
Now let me tell y'all what's happening in this video right now. So in this video, she surprised him with a gift of his LLC for his business. Now I don't know which business, if it's the trucking or whatever, but she surprised him. Now listen, and this is just me. Now I'm telling you how I would have behaved. Baby, listen, I would have handed him that doggone thing. When I saw that smile on his face, baby, I would have been over that table, whether it was over the table, whether I would have ran around the table. No, we gonna be a part of this moment. No, you gonna know that I love you. She said, let's get this money. Some of y'all sleeping with the enemy and don't even know it. And some of the people, when I say enemy, are an enemy to your progress. That's what I mean by enemy. Y'all not even going in the same direction. Y'all don't even want the same thing. He wants love with her, in my opinion, and the money is an after effect of it. Now, am I saying he's perfect? No. Not in any means. Am I saying that he's a saint and probably ain't never did nothing wrong? No, I ain't saying that. But we are speaking to the nature of the relationship right now. Her response was about money. Let's get to this money. Not, I did this for you, baby, because you my man. I made this happen for you. Let's get it. Let me tell y'all something. My ex-husband had a book that he wrote. Now, I'm a writer, so I was working on a book. And I ended up finishing this book that I wrote literally in like 2 weeks. One of these days, we're going to jump on a live. And I told y'all 2026, we're going to get into our biz fizz for all of y'all that want to start businesses and write books and all of that. So one of the first lives is going to be on book writing because I have a few confidants that want to be authors and want to write books. But I finished my book in like 2 weeks. And I was going to publish my book and put it out there. And I had a whole bunch of people that was waiting on the book to come out. And, you know, they was waiting on me to drop the information for the book. However, I knew my husband had his book done first. So I said, you know what? Instead of publishing my book, let me put mine. I already know a little bit what mine gonna do when mine get out there. Let me push his first. So I edited his. I did the cover for his. I put his out there first and let his get a little motion. I want to say about 6, 7, 8 months to be exact. Don't quote me. Then after that, I release mine. You know why? Because I want to push you. Baby, let's go. I want to see you excel. I don't want to come up if you can't come up. I want to come up behind you. I want to come up with you. I want to come up on the side of you. Not just in front of you. Let's do this. Let's do this together, baby. You got it. Let me push you. Let's do this. That's how you talk when you're in love. What do you mean, let's get this money? And I get it. This generation a little different. It could just be that. Because y'all think, act, talk, and operate different. But let me know what y'all think.
Let's get it going.
Hey, you shout out.
What we waiting on?
You shout out. You know that?
Let's get it going.
I love.
Now this is what she did for him for Valentine's Day. Now I wanted to show y'all these clips to show y'all, like, you know, there are some videos of her doing some extremely nice things for him. My thing is, it feels to me more like this is her best friend, her homie lover friend, her homie. This don't feel like love of my life to me. This feels like, I don't know if y'all been paying attention on TikTok, but there's something going around on TikTok. I did a video on it, but I think it was on Champagne Secrets Reacts. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe. That's where all our reaction videos are going to be in, our champagne shenanigans. And this timeline is fried. All of that is going to be on Champagne Secrets Reacts. Go to the home page, to our VIP lounge. You'll find it there. Hit the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And while you're doing that, hold on. Please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button over here. I would greatly appreciate it. Greatly. But y'all listen. I'ma save it. Let's continue.
My little ain't that?
Bro, what the fuck? I just was telling you I need 10,000 boxes, bro. That's crazy. Cause you so.
This is Valentine's Day. Now, if you watch any of the videos on his page, then you'll hear him consistently say that, you know, he's appreciative of any gift he gets. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It doesn't have to be lavish. If somebody gives him a gift, he is absolutely grateful for it. So you hear him mentioning that he said he needed some briefs, and that's what she got him. And he is so excited and overly thrilled that she got that simple thing for him. See, everybody don't care about Prada. Everybody don't care about Louboutins and name brand. Some people really are in it for love. They don't care about the bag. They care about you. Some of y'all finna mess up the bag because you don't realize the individual with the bag cares about you. They don't care about the money. They'll give you everything in the world if you would just give them your heart. You remember how the old boy said in Titanic? When he put the heart of the ocean around her neck, he said, I'll give you the world if you would just give me your heart. Some of y'all gonna mess up y'all blessing because y'all refuse to give y'all heart. All y'all doing is chasing bags.
So I got you your own little Valentine's Day basket. I never did this before. So I said, let me get my baby this stuff that he needs.
That's crazy.
Isn't this perfect?
Y'all, the way I would have been all over my man in the trunk of that truck. Do y'all hear me? All y'all would have seen is the camera shaking. Like everything in that truck would have been messed up because he would have got kisses and hugs and baby, you know I love you. Baby, you my everything. Do you hear me? Come on, I'm not the only one. Turn on the lights. I'm looking forward to. Yeah.
Hey, get back, bro. You so fucking attentive. You raw as fuck. This was at the you had.
Yeah, I was hoping you remember from last year.
No, that's crazy. Bruh, you, oh my gosh.
So look and see what you got.
Sleeves, tank tops. I need towels and rat cups.
What else you got?
I just told you I need. Oh,
that was mine. I was picking it up for you. Remember, I was like, I was picking it up for you.
Oh, yo, shit. You got my.
You know you love your old
all
babe.
this for my shrimp and salmon.
We got all your, we got your seasonings because you don't have your other ones anymore. So we got to start over.
You know when a person really loves you, when you pay attention and listen to what they say and you give them what you heard them say without them even asking you for it. Do you know the way that makes them feel on the inside? You remembered just what I mentioned. See, y'all don't be paying enough attention to y'all significant others. That's how, the girl down the street able to come in and pull a swipe and no swiping. Because y'all don't pay attention. It be the simple thing. And again, I say, I'm not saying that she hated him. I just don't think she was in love.
Look, what else you got?
Hold on, bro. I know this ain't no Nike.
Yes,
No.
I got you a new on the road hoodie. And look, did you peep the gray theme? How I went with the gray. Yo, he don't never know how to express. I do. Well, no, honestly, how you express is perfect. But I'm talking about like you always be lost of words.
You got me about to shed a tear, that's crazy.
Look what else you have though. Come on, keep looking. You got a little bit of everything in there.
I'm trying to digest and process all of this, man. Bro, that's crazy. Bro, this jacket. Morning motivation with Dro, so that's what it is. If you sitting around waiting for somebody to hand you.
Alright, y'all. So now listen, really quick recap for those of you who may not have been following this story because you're not gonna find it on the news. You're not gonna find major outlets covering this story. You're not. Okay? So, Tyrone, aka StepDaddy Dro or T2, went on a romantic Christmas cabin trip with his girlfriend, often called Lulu, Lou, or Kiara in posts or videos. So the clip that you see to the left is one of the clips from the vacation that they took. This was one of the games that he put together. Just something simple. See, y'all, when somebody really love you, it don't take all that. It really don't. All it takes is you showing I care. I just thought, not even thought enough. I just thought. He took some boxes, some Christmas ribbons, a big dice, and some gifts, and put them under the boxes, and made a game out of it. It was the thought. He thought. If it always has to have a bag attached to it, baby, it ain't love. It's love for the bag. But according to family, accounts shared in lives and posts, these two argue. She allegedly let him out the car on the side of the road near Archer Road in Gainesville, Florida to cool off. Drove 5 minutes to a gas station, and when she returned, he was found injured under a bridge with blunt force trauma to the back of his head. Good Samaritan stopped to help. He was taken to the hospital as a John Doe. He later succumbed to his injuries. The girlfriend reportedly went to the hospital but didn't contact his family until the next day. Her story has been called conflicting by the relatives, especially his aunt, who spoke out in several live broadcasts. Family members insist it doesn't add up, including a friend. They don't believe he would jump out of a car, and questions remain about what really happened. Possibly a hit and run, foul play, suspicions, etc. Police in Gainesville are investigating, but no official charges or conclusions have been widely reported. Now, I have heard it was said that he jumped out of this vehicle on his own. Now we are going to, with our golden chapeaus on, we are going to explore this thought as we look at, some more videos today. But they are saying that there was no foul play on her part, that he himself jumped for no reason at all except an argument out of a moving vehicle. I need y'all to remember that as we continue with this story. All right? Now that we've got the recap out the way, I need you guys to check out this because the aunt did a walk near the bridge. Check this out real quick.
We talked, and he was in good spirit.
Before we get into the aunt, because this is a collection of videos, the first video that we're going to get into, his friend came out. Now, I believe because of some of the things that he was saying in the video, maybe the original has been pulled down. I couldn't find it. However, I do know there are different channels like Shanitra Speaks who do have his full video, but this is going to be some of what he said in his earlier live when he came out and spoke about his friend. Check this out.
We talked, and he was in good spirits and in love with his old lady and finna go up here and make her happy. He got to get Lou right, and he ain't never make it home. If y'all really knew Joe, to jump out of a moving car. This man drive 18 wheelers, on the CDL. He knows what would happen, and he jump in a moving car. I'm not jumping out no moving car. What y'all don't know his relationship with her. Y'all don't know her violent tendencies. Y'all don't know how he can say the wrong shit and she get punched him in his shit. But because he love her, y'all would never know that. Because that's his old lady. I know that because of like the homeboy.
Now let's pause. Let's talk about it. Because a lot of times on social media, you hear over and over and over again about the violent tendency of the men. And you have all of these women that have these women on women and girl and girl code and girl on girl and what are girls channels that talks about how abusive the men are, how the men treat the women, and how the men don't respect the women anymore, and F these men, and all of these men are dangerous to women, and they're a danger to women, and they don't care about women, and the men are the problem, when in fact, if the truth be told, it's a lot of men running around here, but because they don't want to come out and look like a putty tat in the face of everybody, they not going to come out to the public and let the public know they being abused by their significant other. Let's talk about it. In a lot of these households, the abuser is not the man, and it's not the kid. It's the woman. A lot of these men are in the house with Matilda the damn Hun. And they don't know what to do, because if I come out and tell somebody, then I look weak. Because what man gonna sit up and let a woman beat on him? What man gonna sit up and take that? I don't know. Maybe a man who feel like if I walk out the door, she ain't gonna let me see my kids no more because she's abusive already. Now, if we gonna talk about it, we gonna have to talk about it. A lot of the problem ain't always the men. Sometimes it's these women. But no, because they pretty. How many times did Sapphire try to tell us that Erica was crazy, even though we had saw Erica allegedly on what was it, Love and Hip? Was she on Love and Hip Hop? No, she wasn't basketball. Love and Hip Hop. Much as we saw her act a fool on Love and Hip Hop, but no, everybody, nope, Savari, you the problem. He had to come out with doorbell camera footage and inside house camera footage of her trying to kick in his door and get in the house, allegedly, for us to believe, for the people to believe that she was a problem. Sometimes the problem is the woman. But because we still want to see the woman as the innocent one, the victim, as helpless. No, all these women out here ain't helpless. Because half of them want to be thugs. Half of them want to be y'all. You think they care about hitting you? The only time they want to yell, woman, 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 is when you swing back. We gonna talk about it? We gonna be honest? Or we gonna keep faking? Like the men are just the problem. And we don't have women going upside they do head every time he come in the house. Because he didn't do, say, act, behave the way she wanted him to. Man and the kids living in the house in terror because they don't know who to let know what's going on. Because he gonna look like the coward and like not a man. Because y'all don't like seeing and hearing men as victims. Come on, y'all. But let's continue.
When I seen it and I heard these conversations, if my dog wouldn't have been up there if he wasn't trying to make you happy, he'll be home with his kids. He dead now. Whatever you told them people, that's between you, them, and God. I know my own boy dead. For real, real deal. Gone. All I know is my dog left with you and didn't make it back with you. When we go to the club, we come home together. You my girl.
Let me tell y'all something. Ain't this something I tell y'all over and over and over and over and over? Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. And unfortunately, that even includes some of the people that y'all laying down with. Keep telling y'all, some of y'all sleeping with the enemy and don't even know it. Y'all be seeing these stories and don't even y'all don't pay attention to the fact that the story may be a prelude to you if you don't wake up and pay attention. Think about it. Hold on a second. Wasn't that sister actor told us to wake up and pay attention? You leave together, you come back together. I keep telling y'all, I don't understand these stories of friends, lovers, or whatever. Y'all leave and go places together and only one come back. How? But this is the love of your life? How? You don't do anything to put the love of your life in jeopardy. Either one of you. How is it love of your life don't come back with you? You don't make sure love of your life come back. You ain't fighting with everything you got on the inside and outside for love of your life. How does love of your life just was not and you know not somehow, allegedly?
Girl, I protect you, you protect me. I don't know about what no police say about no my friend jumped out the moving car. First of all, anybody who knows when a car is moving forward at any rate of speed over 3 miles an hour, goddamn, if he fall out, that body gonna roll forward. So you telling me that my dog fell out like a car and he ain't scratched up, he ain't got no road burn, he ain't got no road rash. All he caught was trauma to the back of his head when the car was moving forward.
Now let's talk about it for a second because I'm gonna stop him when he start lying. He ain't start lying yet. I keep telling y'all, put on your golden chapeau. I ain't a forensic specialist, scientist, or whatever, and neither are you. However, we got our opinion, we got our eyes, we have our ability to pay attention and think, right? Even if you've watched a movie of someone falling out of a car that is moving, what is the first thing that happens when they hit the ground? Even before they hit the ground, they begin to roll, correct? He is absolutely right. And my first question was, how exactly is there no skid marks or anything that's being discussed if he jumped from a moving vehicle? However, if I recall what the aunt said, right? Drop in the comments if I'm wrong. What the aunt said was there was blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Press pause. Let's have a conversation. Right? I need you. Now, Champagne City is all about the imagination. Is we all sitting around drinking champagne? No, we're using our imagination. So right now I need you to turn it on. Close your eyes. Imagine yourself sitting in the back seat of a car, right? In the front seat of a car, you have a male in the passenger seat, female in the driver's seat. Male somehow ends up out the car. Blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Now I need you to see this in your head, because there's only a few ways to get blunt force trauma to the back of your head. Jumping out of a moving car, right? You can't do it jumping out from the front, can you? Because when you jump out from the front, the first thing that's going to hit is anything that's toward the front, because you're going to be rolling. You're going out face first, right? So the initial damage is not going to be to the back of your head. It's going to be to the front, allegedly. Follow me. Walk with me. If I'm in the car, right? And let's say, because they said there was an altercation. Now, first they said there was an argument. Here's my problem. Why is nobody coming out telling us what this argument was about? Because understanding what this argument is about is going to tell us a whole lot about why this man felt like he had to get out this car in such a hurry and in such a rush. What were they arguing about? Everybody coming out talking about everything else. What did they argue about? Lulu ain't said it not one time on social media or in a post. However, let's go past that. You're sitting in a car. If my back is to the door and I'm in the middle of a tussle with someone in the car and the car is moving and the door disengages and I fall out the car backwards, I can get blunt force trauma to the back of the head, because chances are, going straight backwards, my head is going to hit, right? The other option would be there's a tussle on the inside and you're struck with something on the inside, forcing you to stumble out of the car, jump out of the car in shock. You throw the door open and jump out. That I can see blunt force trauma to the back of the head. But how exactly can the police come out and say, the FBI, whoever, that this man of his own free will, for no apparent reason at all, jumps out of a moving vehicle? Jumps out on his own, not push. Jumps out, right? For no reason at all. Jumps out. I just need y'all to get this in your head. They're saying of his own free will. She ain't do nothing. They trying to clear her. Investigation ongoing. But as of right now, she ain't in jail because he jumped out on his own. But he has blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Now, as we continue in these videos after we finish listening to him, there's something else that I want y'all to pay attention to. Because when we get into the videos of the auntie, you're going to see her and them walking down by the area where his body was found. And I want y'all to point out to me if y'all see what I see. And I want you to remember, jump out of a moving vehicle. Okay? Let's continue.
There's no crime when there's no witnesses and no evidence. There's only a story. It takes time for a case to be built. People have to go through that process. The thing I'm telling y'all is when, and I'm being as honest as I can be, y'all gotta stop moving.
Now they cut off a really important thing that he said in this live. He said in order for there to be a charge, there has to be a few factors that come into play. Now I told y'all before on another video we were talking about criminal intent. In order for a person to be charged with a crime, there has to be two things. There has to be outside of the crime itself that is criminal, but you have to also have an intent that is criminal. So, even if you have a crime, they have to prove that the crime that they have actually is criminal. And it wasn't self-defense. It wasn't anything other than a criminal act. Once I make a determination, nope, this wasn't self-defense. Nope, this couldn't have been, this could have been avoided had A, B, and C been done. So, yep, this is a criminal act and it's prosecutable. Now we got to turn around and say, all right, now why did this happen? We need a motive. Without a motive, I can't really prove why this is criminal. You need both in order to prove a crime. That's why a lot of times you'll see a case that'll go on for 10 and 20 years. Because you might have a crime and you might be able to say, yep, man, I just know this person did it. Well, what was their motive? What was their motive? Because that's going to determine whether it was premeditated or not. Did you think or plan this? Or did this just happen spare of the moment? You got to have those. Right now, all they got is speculation with this. Because he's no longer here. And as far as we know, there's no cameras in the car. Now, the bigger question is, were there cameras on the street? And what did those cameras pick up?
Emotion. Stop moving off emotion. Because whatever happened up there, whatever started at that cabin, that Lucky Hotel, that got them to the point where my dog was willing to get away from what happened. It started with him and her. It started with him and her. It wasn't like I just, oh, I'm happy, I jump back out. Oh, I'm happy, I'm hit by a car and I'm hurt. It started with whatever y'all had going on. So let's start there. Why the fish so upset to get y'all to this point? What did you do to him to get y'all to the point where he's dead now? It's a conversation that people deserve to know, so people can have a peace of mind. It ain't no, oh, that's between me and him because he dead now. He can't answer no more questions. He can't figure shit out for himself, but be dead and put in the ground and buried. His kids deserve to know what happened to him.
By sharing his live,
I'm going to honor what my sister.
Now, let me tell y'all something. The parts that they cut out, and I do understand why they cut it out, because in that live, he was basically saying, yeah, you got to answer for what happened to him. The street got to answer for the street. Y'all remember, excuse me, when we were talking about Krishan, and we were talking about the whole blood crip thing, and I told y'all, like, hey, hold on, y'all, real talk, all jokes aside. And this was before the whole her getting jumped out in LA. This was before anybody was talking about this. I said, y'all, peep game, right? While y'all worried about whether she was Blueface or this other boy, here's my question, right? I come from a different time. And the time that I came from, baby, you couldn't play Blood by day and Crip by night. That you couldn't do that. That didn't work that way. You couldn't get mad at a Blood and go date a Crip and then start talking about the Blood and not have to answer for that. And I kept telling y'all, the street got an answer for the street. And y'all got this girl on this show, and I ain't talking about that whole little fake jump stuff that she had going on. That stuff was fake, cause y'all ain't gonna convince me that those was nobody's colors. Cause whoever colors they was, take them all back. Ain't no way, none whatsoever. If that's what y'all seeing after Krishan and 2 couldn't take down 1, then y'all need new leaders. Y'all need new leaders. Matter of fact, just combine y'all colors, because I don't even know what y'all doing anymore. And I told y'all, the street got an answer for the street. And y'all on social media and y'all on these networks playing this street stuff. And there's some real blues and reds out there that's gonna make you have to answer for that. In this video, this man is basically saying the same thing. I keep telling y'all, everybody ain't playing with y'all. Everybody don't want to hear your excuse or your answer. In that video, that man basically said that girl knows she ain't safe. Now, I'm not saying she ought to be in danger. Don't get what I'm saying wrong. All I'm saying is there's a bunch of people who don't have answers, and a loved one is now gone. And that man who is now gone had some friends who were street adjacent because he used to be in the street. He came out and changed his ways. Don't mean everybody attached to him went in the same direction. You don't be knowing who attached to who. It's just some dogs people can't let off the leash because they can't call them back once they run off. Get it? All because something went way too far. But you loved him, though. How can something go that far between 2 individuals who are head over heels in love? Love covers a multitude of faults. Love is not puffed up. Love is not easily angered. It is not joy in wrongdoing. So if you're head over heel in love, how did it go this far? Now, this is a pastor, a leader, or somebody, a friend, or somebody that came out and had something to say about something, and we're going to listen to it together to see what she got to say.
And that's just where I'm at. I'm not going to be out here doing all this for what? Y'all doing enough. Y'all got the whole world on this. So you got enough. Okay? Y'all got enough going on. Because if it was righteousness' sake, we wouldn't even have this conversation right now. We'll be on here trying to win people over to the Father. That's what we'll be doing. Because see, this stuff right here, yeah, justice for Dro, but what about people's souls? What about other souls now after that? Because now my nephew passed on. What about other people's soul that is here? If we say we believers, we supposed to be winning souls, right? That's what the words say. Make it make sense. Everybody grieving. This girl lost 3 sons, and I know y'all know this. Y'all been in the family for years. Make it make sense. I know all y'all, so it don't even matter. But what I'm saying is, she needs support too. Just like y'all, y'all come over there to Renee house. Make it make sense. You a mess, Natalie. You can get off my Facebook with the foolishness. What she got on here and said that the mama went and gave the wrong dates on the shirts and this, that, and that sound like what's been going on. That's messy. Won't y'all correct that stuff? I get it. Y'all want justice for y'all nephew and your cousin, your uncle, all that. I get all that. That's not what I'm here for. But what I'm here for is that we not gonna sit up here and make it like Renee was not even there, or Renee is just somebody that's out here want to be a part of wickedness. That lady ain't said nothing. She said she even told the girl herself, if you hurt my son. See, y'all don't know what's going on. Y'all just taking one side. You wrong. That's what I'm standing for. Justice. I'm standing for righteousness of the Father's word.
You know, two things can be right at the same time. I keep telling y'all, I heard a content creator say that a broken clock is right at least twice a day, right? There's a way to end up wrong in a right situation, right? As a leader, if you are coming out to be a mediator in a situation, then you got to stay neutral. How, as a leader, do you come out and make it sound like you're taking a side? Period. You're supposed to be the neutral party saying, you know what, both sides need to come to the middle and we need to pray. At the end of the day, you want justice, they side do too. You can't get mad at the dad side for being vocal when the mama side is quiet. That's not the dad side fault. But as the leader, you end up wrong in the situation, because where are you even leading the people back to God? When even in this moment, you yourself are pointing a finger. That's why you got to be careful when you're leading. You got to be impartial. You're the mediator. You're supposed to be trying to bring both sides together to do what the Bible says, strive for peace with all men. How you striving for peace when you point the finger? So let's continue.
Why y'all sitting up here talking about all this other stuff? Let's get peace. Let's see if y'all come over there and come over her house today and let's talk. Let's come over there. I'll be over there. Come over there. And we'll all get to sit down and talk.
Does anything in her voice say that she wants peace? Does anything in her tone, her disposition, anything about what she's saying, doing, speaking, does any of it say peace to you? In loving kindness have I won them. Thank you, progressive one. Anything in her tone, do it say peace or do it say war? Do it say love or do it say war? Which one? Which one? Do it say time for some action to you? Do it say what y'all really want from a nigga? Do it say that to you? Hold on, because I don't even know what just popped in my kitchen. Y'all, hold on one second. All right, I am back. Thank you so much for waiting. So what happened was, so I got this thing with coffee, y'all, real bad. But here's the problem. Coffee doesn't put me to sleep. I can drink it and still it doesn't keep me awake. I can drink it and still go to sleep. For some reason, it's the taste. So my coffee pot, because I have an old one, it stays on. You turn the light on. And I had made me some coffee this morning, and I forgot to turn the pot on. So basically, my coffee pot was letting me know, girl, you got about 5, 4, 3, 2 before all this glass be all over the kitchen if you don't turn the switch on. So that's what happened. It wasn't no sticky icky in the building. We okay. I was nervous at first too. What is going on in the apartment, Jesus? Jesus, it's the devil trying to get me because I'm trying to encourage y'all. Let's continue. But this ain't the way, Miss Ma'am. God is not pleased. I know God gotta be up there. Like sometimes God gotta like if you like I don't even like he gotta be up just like shaking his head and throwing his hands in the air. You got to looking down like just one time get it right, please. I'll make him send another dog on. Well, no, he said he wasn't gonna do it with water this time. It was gonna be with fire. I don't want a boing. I just don't want a boing. Can we get it together and stop choosing violence all the time? Sometimes we really can just choose peace. Like, hey, you know what? I understand we both going through it and we both hurt. I understand that sometimes in the middle of pain, we do say things we really don't mean. So a lot of times it doesn't benefit us to take everything personal. And also, we also got to learn how to, in those moments, not say things that are going to offend the very ones that can be there for us. But let us come to the table and figure out how both sides can get justice for Dro together. That's mediation. But we too busy thinking that I gotta be on one side or the other. I gotta support side. No, sometimes you need to be impartial.
Talk like human beings instead of getting on Facebook airing out this and that and other. Let's do that part. Let's see how mature we can be on that. See, I'm gonna bring the word with me because I'm about the word. I just gave y'all a lot of scriptures. I'm about the word. I ain't about foolishness. So that's what I'm talking about. I would love to bring peace. Cause that's what I'm about. Cause this hurt me to see y'all doing this. Especially when me and you just talked, Tasha. And you said before all this happened, you and Renee was like this. Y'all just was finna do some tax stuff together, make it.
But you only point out one person, no. You only point out one person, so you still don't want peace. You got an art. And you should have took that art to the person that you had the art with instead of bringing it to social media. See, those are the things that you do as a leader. Those are the things. But see, the problem is that TikTok, made anybody pastors and leaders just because you sounded good and knew how to put that, that church drawl in the back of your throat. Watch. Hold on. Let me show you. Hold on, let me drink some water. Hold on, let me show you. God wants me to tell you on today that all you got to do is put it in his hands. Stop trusting the men out here and stop trusting I can't even think of it. But all you got to do is have the right vocal tone, and the people are going to believe anything that you say because it sounds like you believe what you say that you believe, and it sounds like you're really saying something because you're yelling and you're pointing and you're using inflection, and all it really is an oral communication trick. That's all it is. That's it. But because we get excited by the hype, and we can blame the black church. We can. We do. We like the tune. We like the clothes. We love to have a good picture of a good preacher, pull it and yank it. And you think I'm playing with the church. No, I'm not playing with the church. I can only talk to you about the church because I've been in the church. I was called into ministry at the age of 12 years old. I can talk about it because I've been there. I've been preaching since I was a little girl. Ain't nothing in church that goes on that you can tell me about. I've seen it. I could tell you some church horror stories that would make you clutch your pearls, not in church. You remember how Steve Harvey was talking about he was sitting next to the woman that was cussing in church? Yeah. Baby, if they really did some movies and TV shows, you think Love and Hip Hop. If somebody came out with Love in the Church, baby, please. And the people are wooed because they get the people who get on there and they have such a good inflection in their voice, and they get in there and they tell them what they want to hear all you got to do is have faith in yourself and believe, and it's going to happen. I'm here to tell you today that tomorrow is a new day, and it starts afresh for you. And all you have to do is envision it and lay hold on it, because God is opening up the window in heaven, and he's pouring you out a blessing, and you are underneath an open heaven right now. Reach up and grab it, somebody. And somebody in the back like, oh my God, I knew it. Oh my God, yes, I see it. Where you see it at? Where you see it? Because the Bible says to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. What does that mean? You can do all you want to, but everything that's happening in your life is going to happen in a season and in a time. So what your responsibility is in this moment is to be asking God, what is my season and when is my time? What season am I currently in? Am I in the summer of my life? Is everything supposed to be blossoming in my life and I'm sitting here being depressed in a moment I'm supposed to be out enjoying the sun? Or am I in the winter time of my life when everything in my life looks frozen over, but it's not because everything underneath the snow is dead, it's because the ice is preserving everything on the inside of you. So once the ice melts and it begins to rain, that thing can flourish and be brought back to life. What season am I in? That's what you should be telling the people. But you're pointing fingers, leader. But let's continue.
Together, make it make sense. Come on, somebody. So because she said that she was going to let Lulu come to the funeral, y'all went off. I get it. So like I said, with that being said, because leave up out of here, you got to understand, people, the way of sin is death all day long. If we have a heated argument,
y'all got to make it make sense. You can't be so, what is it called? So heavenly minded that you're no earthly good. Land, sunny land, please. Because in no world, way, shape, form, or fashion, my religion, your religion, their religion, or anybody else's, are you going to have your loved one no longer here with a bunch of unanswered questions, and you gonna allow the individual that can't answer the questions about what happened to your loved one and all the answers sketchy to come to the funeral to say what exactly? Did you say goodbye on the side of the road where you left him at? Cause you had an opportunity then. Did you say goodbye before he jumped out of the vehicle, allegedly? Cause you had an opportunity then. In what world do we think that because I love God, and I understand forgiveness and all of that, forgiveness does not mean I need to be around you and I know what you could have done to me. Or I don't know what you did, so I don't know whether or not to trust you. That don't have nothing to do with your Christianity. Come on, we got to make it make sense. Sometimes we try to sound so deep and wonderful that a lot of times we don't even make sense. That don't have nothing to do with forgiveness. That has to do with the fact that we don't even have answers. Don't the Bible talk about open confession being good for the soul? So as much as you want us to forgive, shouldn't you want that much more of a confession? Because I can't forgive you for what I don't know you did. I mean, if we going to talk about it, let's talk. If you going to be up telling people that they need to forgive, how they going to forgive and they don't know what they forgiving for? Help me understand. But I mean, go off. Let's go.
Man, who stays in the... Who sit up there and gonna get hit? Who gonna sit up there and go through this stuff? If you arguing at me, you cussing me out like a dog, or you saying bad things against me, you think I'm gonna keep on wanting to hear that? But see, we don't go by what the word say. The word.
How you talking about the word? Because that ain't in the word. Ain't nothing about cussing you out and being hit upside. Ain't none of that in the word. So how do you go from that to the word? You still taking a side. You are taking a side as a leader, right or wrong. Let's play the devil's advocate and take it off the table and say, for the sake of argument, we don't have no information right now as of looking at this woman's video as to whether or not Lulu was involved, allegedly. Either way, you taking a side as a leader, as a woman of God, saying that you want peace and you're trying to mediate, talking about you trying to lead it back to God, then it should have stayed with us. At no point, period, time should you have pointed a finger or mentioned a name. Because the moment you mentioned a name on that screen online, baby, you could have picked up a phone and mentioned the name to that person. So now you're going against the very principle. Because you feel like your sister has an art. Why didn't you go to your sister? That's principle. It's biblical. You're talking about the Bible, right? The Bible can't be the Bible only when it fits your narrative. The Bible has to be the Bible because the Bible is the Bible. No matter the narrative.
A soft answer turns away wrath, y'all. But we don't go there. We argue.
All right, y'all. We walking down here. The nurse that helped my cousin on the side of the road. We got the whole family walking to meet the nurse that found my cousin on the side of the road.
This is the bridge. Now I told y'all, I want y'all to put on your golden chapeau. Now we done heard this man jumped out of a moving vehicle on the side of this road where they are, where this bridge is. I want you to tell me what you know.
The whole family.
God is dead. I thought that was How are you guys?
Oh, Lord. Yeah, right. Sorry, y'all.
It's so sad. It's so sad. We just want answers.
We don't have all the answers, but I want to give some honest perspective from what happened. This road happened.
Now, these are the two individuals who allegedly stopped to help him. The ones who got him to the hospital. Now, remember the whole story about her being down at the gas station or McDonald's, wherever it was, waiting on him, and then she saw the ambulance, so she followed the ambulance. These individuals saw him in the condition he was, and they stopped to help. Now, you're going to hear their story about what happened. But did y'all notice the side of this road? Did y'all notice the concrete railing? So how far away from the railing did he get out of this vehicle when he jumped out of a moving vehicle at 25 miles an hour? Because there's not even a way to roll if she was close to that concrete barrier. So again, explain to me how there's blunt force trauma to the back of the head unless allegedly, my thought process, they're into it in the car, his back is to the door. In the midst of them doing whatever, the door engaged, he falls out. Other than that, how else do you get blunt force trauma to the back of the head from inside a car? Jumping out of a car, feet first, head first, flying, just leaping out. And again, I say, I want y'all to remember, nobody is coming out and talking about what this argument is about. What do you think this argument was about that was so bad that it caused the altercation so heated that whatever happened caused him to exit the vehicle or be pushed out the vehicle? Allegedly. Just throwing out scenarios. Drop in the comments and let me know what you think.
Wait. And for y'all that just joined, this is the nurse and her husband that tried to help my cousin.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Okay, fiance.
But 5 o'clock, we left Texas Roadhouse, like 5:02. We were at this light behind a car.
Yes.
There was a red car in front of us. There was another guy involved too.
Yes, I talked to him.
Okay, you talked to him? Okay,
Yes,
good. He pulls forward and he stops. I'm like, what's this guy doing? And I honk and he turns his blinkers on. Like, okay, he's not working. We go around, we see someone's in the road. She's a nurse, so we immediately pull over.
So where were you not to stop y'all?
We were in this lane.
The outside
his
lane?
car would have been right here.
He had the flashers on.
Yes, we got here, we see his body. He was up there about 15 feet. We get out. She immediately runs over. I had gloves in the car. She's checking in. You want to say what you initially saw?
He had a pulse. He was breathing. I opened up his pupils to make sure his pupils were good. They were normal. Okay. He was kind of moving around a little bit, like he was kind of disoriented. And I kept saying, "Hey, I'm a nurse. My name's Brandy. Can I help you?" No response. Kind of just kept moving around a little bit.
While she was on the ground, I was surveying the area. One of the things I want to mention, I believe you said he always had 2 phones on him?
Yeah.
3. He had 3. Oh, 3.
Yes, 3.
He had a this is what I thought was suspicious, is there was his wallet and his phone. There was about $15 in cash, like, laid out like this, as if to show this wasn't a robbery. It looked like someone set it there, like all nice. The wings were right by his feet. They hadn't been opened. The pizza was all over the road. The other thing I want to say, why was the car going this way if the pizza place is down that way?
Right.
That's the important thing I wanted to relate. They should not have been coming that way with fresh food. And their hotel was over here.
Yes.
So they were coming back, which didn't make sense with that story. But we called
Thank you.
We called 911. By the way, I heard the report there was a homeless person who saw something. I was standing here, I didn't see anybody. So I just wanted to mention that.
We kind of thought.
Exactly. So that was going to be my question, along with, baby, everything else that he just said. But the mention of the homeless person from the auntie who allegedly said something about they saw him stagger out the car. Now, again, my question goes back to this concrete rail. You saw how close the truck was to them. When the truck just passed them, how close did she let him out of this vehicle? Because there was no way for him to roll if she was in the lane closest to this concrete barrier. He would have had to have flipped over the concrete barrier unless he hit his head from the back. But then somebody would have seen those marks on the barrier. Y'all, this story, I keep telling y'all, these stories are getting more and more unnormal. Just not natural, nothing normal about them. More and more. The further we go, the more unnatural these stories are getting. Red rum is unnatural by itself, but the more we hear about someone being unalived by a loved one, the stories are getting weirder and weirder. They make no sense. The more they come out, the more they make no sense. Because how? Please explain to me how he jumps out of a moving vehicle, gets blunt force trauma to the back of the head with these concrete barriers right here. And you heard what he said, right? Let's go back a little bit.
Okay, fiance.
But 5 o'clock, we left Texas Roadhouse, like 5:02. We were at this light behind a car.
Yes.
There was a red car in front of us. There was another guy involved too.
Yes, I talked to him.
Okay, you talked to him?
Yes,
Okay,
I
good.
had to finish.
He pulls forward and he stops. I'm like, what's this guy doing? And I honk and he turns his blinkers on. Like, okay, he's not working. We go around, we see someone's in the road. She's a nurse, so we immediately pull over.
So where were you not to stop y'all?
We were in this lane.
The outside
his
lane?
car would have been right here.
He had the flashers on.
Yes, we got here, we see his body. He was up there about 15 feet. We get out. She immediately runs over. I had gloves in the car. She's checking in. You want to say what you initially saw?
He had a pulse. He was breathing. I opened up his pupils to make sure his pupils were good. They were normal. Okay. He was kind of moving around a little bit, like he was kind of disoriented. And I kept saying, "Hey, I'm a nurse. My name's Brandy. Can I help you?" No response. Kind of just kept moving around a little bit.
While she was on the ground, I was surveying the area. One of the things I want to mention, I believe you said he always had 2 phones on him.
Yeah.
He had 3. Oh, 3.
Yes, 3.
He had his cell. This is what I thought was suspicious. Is there was his wallet and his phone. There was about $15 in cash, like laid out like this, as if to show this wasn't a robbery. It looked like someone set it there, like all nice. The wings were right by his feet. They hadn't been opened. The pizza was all over the road. The other thing I want to say, why was the car going this way if the pizza place is down that way?
Now, how did the pizza and the wings get all over the road? So, somebody threw, okay, so now I need y'all to follow here. Follow me, right? So, think of an angry woman. Now, I'm not saying this happened, but think about it. When a woman, if you got a woman that's a thrower, now every woman is not a thrower. They don't like to throw things. But if you got a woman that's a thrower and she mad at you and she done threw you out, she throwing everything that's attached to you out. Everything that you done bought in that moment, she don't care. It's going out the window, out the front door. When she angry, baby, she throwing. How else would the food and the chicken get out and thrown over unless in a moment of anger she threw it out? Maybe after he jumped out. How do we even know that she didn't come to a full stop and push him out the vehicle and throw the pizza and the wings out the vehicle? We have no proof. Well, I can't remember if the police said, if the people, because I ain't heard no police footage nowhere, but if the people said, according to the police, they saw body cam footage or street light footage, I don't know. According to testimony, she's saying she slowed down to 25 miles. We don't know that. But again, my question would be, how did the food exit the vehicle? The vehicle is allegedly going 25 miles an hour. You trying to tell me he was holding on to the pizza and chicken when he flew out the door? And that's how it ended up out there with him? See, y'all gotta ask the question.
Right. That's the important thing I wanted to relate. They should not have been coming that way with fresh food. And their hotel was over here. Yeah. So they were coming back, which did.
So now, listen to what he's saying again. He's pointing to the direction in front of them and saying that's where the food is. There's no reason why they should be on this road saying that they are going to get food, because they would have had to already had the food being on this road. Get it? The hotel is right across the street, so this literally happened not too long after them leaving the hotel. So they would have had to have left the hotel and made a turn or U-turn or turn at an intersection so that they would be going in the opposite direction. Now, question again, why are they going in the direction they're headed in? That hasn't been revealed either. So a few questions. Why are they going in the direction they're heading in? Why is the food all over the ground outside of the vehicle? And why, pray tell, is Lulu or nobody else explaining what the argument was about in this vehicle? Those are 3 major questions.
It makes sense with that story. But we called.
Thank you.
We called 911. By the way, I heard the report there was a homeless person who saw something. I was standing here. I didn't see anybody. So I just wanted to mention that.
Because we kind of thought that was a robbery or something like that. So we were trying to be super careful, wondering if there was anybody around. And we didn't see anybody. I told the guy that had pulled over, that had the flashers on, I told him, I said, call 911 right now.
Yeah. No, I said, have you called 911 yet? He said, no. I said, call right now.
And guess what?
So,
he reached out to me.
Good.
And he said that he was grunting.
when he walked over to him. As he pulled over, he saw paper in the road, so he slowed down. Then he saw a body. He said he thought it was a homeless person in the street, but he got out his car and realized the paper was money, not paper. And that's when he said he picked the money up to put it back in his wallet.
Okay, well, there you go.
So at the end of the day, he said you pulled up, but he said when he walked over to him, he was just grunting and moving.
We got out right after he did, so
yeah, so it's right there.
Time.
Yes, very little time.
What I want you to check out.
You say 15 minutes.
Hold on. I know exactly where he was, but what do you want to check out?
What I want you to check out is find out when 911 got the call and find out when the ambulance left, because she arrived about 2 minutes before the ambulance did. So
before the ambulance?
The ambulance was already here, and she showed up. And the thing that I talked about is I don't know if she was driving or someone else was driving. She alleged she was driving. I'm going to say this. I have a lot of first responders in my family. I've been in a lot of these situations. When someone has a loved one that's on the street like that, you come up and you're like, oh my God, what happened? Is he okay? I was up at the gas station. I was waiting for him. I sure hope he's okay. That's why I wanted to talk to you guys. She showed up to give her story to make sure it was set straight. It was not like, where is he? Is he okay? Let me in there with him. It was nothing. I was nothing like that. There was no concern on her at all. And I told that to the police at the moment. And
yes, and here's the thing. January 6th, Gainesville, Gilchrist. No, Gainesville.
Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. I keep telling y'all, some of y'all sleeping with the enemy and don't even know it. So she pulled up back to the scene. Now, I told y'all when we originally covered the story, when she claimed that she went to the gas station, wherever she was sitting at, waiting on him to see if he would walk to her, number one, you know you had an extremely heated conversation or situation with the love of your life, and he just jumped out of your vehicle, allegedly moving, and you gonna pull off and leave, right? That's neither here nor there. Let's just say you wasn't thinking straight. You sitting at the thing waiting on him to come, and all of a sudden, according to you, when you saw the ambulance, you followed them to see where they was gonna go. Now, why would you follow the ambulance? Again, I say, unless you knew that the ambulance had something waiting in that direction. If I put somebody out the car and told them, you know what, I'm gonna meet you at the gas station at the next light, I'm finna let you cool off. If I see an ambulance going past and I know that my person ain't in no immediate harm, why am I immediately thinking that the ambulance is for you? Why? Especially that fast. I mean, y'all think about it. Because after a few minutes, I mean, think about the amount of time that it takes for someone to find someone in the middle of the road. Right? Attempt CPR on them. Call 911. And then for the paramedics to make it there. Think about the amount of time that takes. And you still sitting up the street. And not one time have you said, well, let me go see, because it's sure taking him a long time. Especially when you look over and realize, oh, I got his phone. Dang, they jumped out. Dang, I can't stand you get on my nerves. But you want to make sure he's safe because, you know, y'all at a trip in another location, and right now he ain't by you and he ain't got a phone. So if he is in trouble, you ain't going to know. And nobody else is going to know either. But this the love of your life. And then according to the man, when she came up on the scene, she didn't act concerned. She wasn't trying to get to him when she saw he was in distress. She just wanted to give her side. Oh, I was up the street. I keep telling y'all she does not give in love. I don't care how long they've been together.
I'm targeting just y'all. I talked to this guy, he reached out to me right after it happened. I had 400 and something messages in my inbox going live. Something say on January 6th, check your messages. And the guy said I was the first one on the scene, and they joined me. They say the nurse was not my wife or my girlfriend. They came in another car afterwards. I said, let me ask you a question. Did you talk to the police? He said, I gave them my number. I gave the detectives and the police on the scene, and they never called to this day. They told the Davis family, we've been reaching out to him, but we couldn't get an answer. They also said that they wanted answers.
This is my cousin Daddy, y'all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
We asked the detectives, we asked that first guy that arrived, witness number one.
Hold on for a minute. I want y'all to give me a briefing on what y'all were, what y'all said.
Okay, we've been all the time. We've been catching Tasha. We were at this light. We come through the car in front of us.
Hold on.
I am.
He turned his blinkers on, so we went around him. We go around him, we see he didn't stop because his car was broken, but there was someone in the road. She's a nurse, that's her job. She says, we got to get out and help him. We get out. She goes up and helps him. I'm securing the scene, making sure it's safe. I didn't see anybody else around. We must have been there. I don't know the timeline. I gave Tasha some information that can help figure out the timeline.
Yes.
Because we called 911 less than a minute after the other gentleman called 911. Just a minute.
Yes, sir.
And she assessed him. She stabilized him. She made sure his neck was okay. We got him out of the road and moved him to the side.
Yes, sir.
I did see on the ground, right by him was his wallet with money sticking out, a cell phone. He had his wings. The pizza was all over the place. And what I told him is what I thought was weird is the pizza place is that way. And he had fresh hot food. Why were they going this way again if the hotel was over there? That didn't make sense to me.
There's a lot of things in this consistencies that don't make sense. Like I say. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So as we're there, we might have been there 15, 20 minutes. I don't know the timeline. The way to find out the timeline is find out when they called 911 and find out when the ambulance left to go to the hospital and get that time stamp. Because she pulled up. I don't know if she was driving or someone was driving her. We did not look for that. She pulled up.
She has a who?
Kier.
I don't know.
Okay.
Lulu showed up. She didn't come up to us. She went up to him because we put him on the stretcher in the ambulance. And she had no concern in her voice. She had no. If she was on the side of the road and I drove up, I would be like, oh my God, what happened? Is he okay? Right. She was not like that. She was there to get her story straight. That's all she did. She kept repeating. It's like she rehearsed in her mind. She's like, I'm gonna get my story.
Tasha, come on. Go loud. Let this man.
This is right here. This right here.
Hold on. Let us speak. Go ahead. Finish on what you're saying.
And that's what I was saying.
Repeat that last word.
It was the fact that she showed up. And by the way, she got that boot on her foot. She was moving pretty quick. She was not hobbling at all. But she went up to the ambulance just to say, oh, I was up at the Circle K. He was upset and got out of the car, and I was waiting for him for 5 minutes. It was no 5 minutes. It was close. She said they had an argument, and he was hot, and so he got out of the car. And that would make no sense to get out of the car right here. I am worried that if he got out of the car and she spun off, she might have bumped into him.
Hit the gas. That's
hold
what.
Hold on. Let him do his job.
Yeah, and hit the gas. But again, we don't know. We did not see any of that.
Correct.
Now you saw.
I said go get something for his head.
I got a clean roll of paper towels. We put it to give him like a pillow.
Right, because I didn't want his head to be laying on the ground. So that's why I lifted his
Whenever
head.
we saw him, he could never speak. He was less conscious, but he went into a deeper state of unconsciousness. He looked like he was about to seizure.
Yeah.
So
And I asked Lulu, does he have any medical problems? Does he have diabetes? Does he have seizures? I said, does he have any kind of medical problems that the ambulance needs to know about? And she said, no, not that I know of. And she was calm the entire time.
Oh yeah.
Did he have any bruises? Any bruises consistent with getting hit by a car?
No. I saw his legs. I had to move his legs off the street. Now, I did not think he was homeless. He looked like he was in his PJs. He looks like he was comfortable.
Yes,
he had on his sweats, and we moved him off the road. But there was no any sign, anything.
No signs of getting hit by a car.
The only thing on him
was
the spot, which
right
was like
here,
the brown spot
right here.
That's all we saw.
And I just love the
And could that have been when y'all pulled him out the road? He got the scratches on
We didn't pull him, but we any sign, anything.
No signs of.
He was in his PJs. He looks like he was comfortable.
Yes, sir.
He had on his sweats, and we moved him off the road. But there was no any sign, anything.
No signs of getting hit by a car.
The only thing on him
was
the spot, which
right
was like
here,
the brown spot
right here.
That's all we saw.
And I just love the
And could that have been when y'all pulled him out the road? He got the scratches on
We didn't pull him, but we me and the other guy, we lifted him up to get him off the road safely and gently.
Because he was in the right lane.
Yeah, he was in the lane. Yeah.
So prior to the
So this is what I'm saying, y'all, and we're gonna pause here and we'll continue. I'll try to continue tomorrow.
Y'all already know. For those of you who don't, go back to the beginning, to where we talking about the affirmations, to where I talk to y'all about being in the middle of transition. But I'm gonna do my best to do part 2 on tomorrow. But y'all listen to what this man said. You remember when I told y'all if he would have jumped out of there head first, there would have been scratches because you roll. He said there was none of that. You remember also when I said you got to be careful because the only um, account of this we have is Lulu to the auntie allegedly, which says that he jumped out of a moving vehicle. Well, if he moved out of a moving vehicle, then there would be signs of it in other places of his body. According to these individuals, there is none, which is now leading me to believe that maybe the vehicle was not moving, but it was in fact stopped. What I would have questions for is who might have been on the road that saw them that might be scared to come forward. Because if this car was behind them and then they said there was a red car that was also involved, somebody else on that road saw something. Had to. Maybe they're just scared to come forward. Maybe they just don't want to get involved because y'all on social media, y'all can be treacherous. Some of y'all just need a hug. Y'all can be horrible. Somebody has seen something that's scared to come forward. But it's still not adding up. And there's no way an FBI of any kind can be saying that with all these different versions of what happened, that he jumped out of this vehicle and injured himself to the back of his head by jumping out of the vehicle. When if you jump out of the moving vehicle, the first thing you're going to hit is those concrete barriers from that spot. So there will be other kind of body damage if your body is slamming against a concrete barrier after almost being pinned between it and the car, because you're going to crash into it and still be pinned in the car from that lane. I don't see any walk space on the other side of that barrier. I don't know. Y'all drop in the comments to let me know what y'all think about it. We gonna pause it right there for tonight. Thank y'all for joining me tonight in the Champagne City. Please do me a favor and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Consider joining the Champagne Gang and the notification bell, so you'll be notified when we jump into whichever sector we jump into for another show. Also, consider going on our homepage to our VIP lounge and checking out some of the other channels in the Champagne City. We do have a lot to offer, and I do all this myself. I am a one-woman show, like one band, one sound, and it is all me. Like all the videos, all the edits, the voiceovers, the scripts, all of it, all the channels, all me. So if you want to support the channel, you can hit the Cash App. It is on the screen. It would be appreciated. You can grab one of those memberships. I did change the memberships up. So if my previous members are looking like, okay, what's the problem? Why am I not a member anymore? It's because I took my memberships down to one membership, one solid price. That's it. So feel free to go reset your membership. And if you want to be a member, we will have some members only lives coming up for 2026. We got so much planned. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hope you join me on tomorrow. And please do me a favor. Be nice to somebody. Please. Be sweet to somebody. You don't always have to be bitter. I don't care what the world tells you, and I don't care what the person next to you tells you. You don't have to be an asshole to get ahead. You don't. You don't have to step on somebody else's neck so that you can catch a breath. You don't. You don't. Be nice to somebody. This week, make a promise to be nice to at least 10 people before the week is over with. And you ain't got to tell nobody who they are. You ain't even got to tell them why you doing it. Matter of fact, don't tell them. Just do it because. No answers, no explanations. See if it don't make you smile a little. And for the haters.
Yeah. Whole squad on patrol. Where they at? Point them out that troll. Troll buses on patrol. Hey, hey, hey. Troll buses on patrol. Troll patrol. Clamp down, shut them out. Tow that troll. Click clack, log them out. Fold that troll. Whole chair chanting now. Roast that troll. Roast that troll. Troll buses on patrol. Troll patrol. Yeah. Big boots, stomp them out. Roll that troll. Roll it. Cap lock, drag them out. Scroll that troll. Crowd yell loud, we control these trolls. We control these trolls. You type to little mole that troll. Live in my crib, little bowl cut troll. Grease on your keys, little old stain troll. Bridge so high, screen cold from the troll. You a bridge bottom, did water troll. Wi-Fi weak, one bar in your soul. Profile pic, just an egg on a pole. Whole existence on whole set troll. Same fake pages, same lame troll. Catfish filter, can't say that troll. Talk big game, but you fold like a scroll. We just laugh, hit mute on the troll. Troll buzzers on patrol, troll patrol. Wait. Clamp down, shut them out, tow that troll. Click, click, clack, log them out, fold that troll. Whole chat, chanting now, roast that troll. Roast that troll. Troll buzzers on patrol, troll patrol. Big boots, stomp them out, roll that troll. Cap lock, drag them out, scroll that troll. Crowd yell loud, we control these trolls. We control these trolls. You a damn rock, miles grown troll. Lil' dust might off brand troll. Fry or hair, little egg roll troll. Keyboard chrome, snapback troll. You a bad seat, no roll troll. Big talk, zero gold troll. DM tough in the street, so cold. See this live in your spine, made a jello troll. You a trash bag, half torn troll. We a whole squad, patrol, that's grow. On the fly swatter, you the mad ass troll. She the boot heel, flatten that troll. Go home, go home, troll. Whole room, yeah, log off, troll. Log off, home, go home, troll. Whole room, yeah, grab, troll. Troll busters is on patrol, troll patrol. Slam down, shut them out, tow that troll. Click, clack, log them off, fold that troll. Whole chat, chanting now, roast that troll. Roast that troll. Troll buses on patrol, troll patrol. Yo, big boots, stomp them out, roll that troll. Cap lock, drag them out, scroll that troll. Crowd yell loud, we control these trolls. We control these trolls.
Confidants and visitors, always remember, if it doesn't cause you to elevate, baby, it's causing you to depreciate. Now raise those glasses, clink, and let's drink till we meet again. Ta-ta.
Quiet storm in a silk suit, baby. Pressure in my chest, turn the dark salt wavy. Time tick tick, but I move like maybe. I've been the clock hands when the beat gone crazy. Champagne, New Year, pour that hope up. Bubbles in my blood when we toast up. New me, same roots, watch me glow up. Whole room screaming when we go up. Champagne, New Year, let it rain like drip from the ceiling to the daylight. Say my name, say it, make it feel right. This our time, this our highlight.
I'm the midnight sun in a blackout. Lit the whole block when I cashed out. Turn pain to confetti when I step out. Every scar on my skin is a map route. Shorty on my side like a seatbelt hoe.